And so my monitor is fixed. All right, well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and oh, look at that. A delayed stream for a delayed thing of Gacha Review. But I said the title before I actually made the thing, or the intro, so pretend I didn't say that. Welcome back to another episode of I was going to say that it looks like it's a slow day today because my computer it seemed to be running, but then I just realized right now that the reason, ironically enough, I left Gacha Life 2 on, which is not good for streams. So let me just exit out of that, and I think we should be fine. And yes, it is still the same issue with BlueStacks draining me because, of course, you can probably guess, considering the nature of the title and everything else, that Gacha Life 2, at least to my knowledge, hasn't come out yet. I mean, who knows? The update might have released in the time that I was in the bath, but hey, I have no water over here for a few days, so I wanted to enjoy that. And did. So, but yeah, I don't think it's out yet because there's still the issue with it being announced to be delayed. Before I welcome guests in, I think I'll just go over that quickly because I obviously have the image. I mean, Josh sends me the stuff in screenshots anyway, but I found this one out myself because I was checking on the Luname Discord server. Not the Gacha Life 2 one. I wasn't actually in that one until now. But yeah, here we go. If Aiden stops messaging in private chat, I can actually read what's on the screen. Okay, so update. We finally got 800 plus new assets in, and now we're testing them out to fix, and then private chat appeared again. Yep, it's still going. Mistakes. Gosh darn it. I'm also fixing a few bugs along the way. So the update in PC release will be late, most likely tomorrow. I couldn't get any new features in this release with the assets taking up most of the time. So the end of November update will be focused on new features and less assets. Sorry for the inconvenience, but please look forward to new assets. So, so when he mentions like no new features, I presume that also means no old features either. AKA, we're probably still not getting static poses in this new thing because I guess you've got to focus on the new stuff rather than the functionality of the old. I'm at least hoping for a little bit of a bug fix on the on some of the parenting of the custom poses, and also most importantly, a fully functional copy paste system. That's all that I really care about. Other than, of course, the PC release, speeding up things anyway, hopefully not drain the PC. But yeah, who knows if that's going to be the case. Aiden is still coming to let him in, despite the fact that he knows that I'm going to do so after doing my intro. But I guess that's my segue for now. Welcome, Aiden.
Yes. Okay. So I will say about the copy and paste thing, I'm pretty sure that will be available in the PC thing because it's technically on the phone. But since you and me use BlueStacks, we're emulating, and BlueStacks is being weird with copy and paste for some reason. So technically, when the PC version does release, we will have copy and paste. But that's not because Gacha Life 2 or anything like that naturally. That's just because BlueStacks is a bit dumb. But
in that case, fine. Yeah, I'm sorted then. I will, of course, still miss the static poses, but by this point, I've made enough things that I can reasonably go through custom poses and do the functional copy paste thing. That I can survive to the end of the month.
I will like static poses. You know what I want more though? Moving mouse. That's what I want.
That too.
Like, listen, okay. Do you know how easy it would be making the Mini Mrs. Dice art if I had moving mouse? It'd be way easier.
Yeah, normally I would have said about the same, but the reason making a show with static mouths is technically as easy as making it with moving mouths. The thing is that there were more options for moving mouths, and they could add to like a versatility of like facial expressions, whereas we're kind of stuck with the same few because the other ones are just excessively cartoonish, and so it doesn't
Yeah.
really quite match for us. So we're stuck with like whatever study mouse that like survived the cut. So maybe some of the 800 assets might be mouth related. I don't know.
I think there are a few new mouths, but I don't
Good.
think. I think the new mouths being introduced are like cartoony mouths, you know, for
Oh
the
dear.
anime
Well,
expressions. I mean, I
oh, well.
like anime expressions, but with a lot of our writing style, it doesn't really allow for tons of cartoony animated moments most of the time. Because we're kind of grounded in the whole style versus crazy cartoony.
Exactly. We're sort of in that medium because we have dabbled with that a couple of times, but then again, it wouldn't be as impactful if we did it all the time.
We're
Anyway,
not Blackjack. We're not making everything cartoony.
correct. Yes, and that is a prime example of that not working all the time because then when you have actual serious scenes, having the characters going with every like other pose. Yeah.
Plus, animated mouse would also help because keep in mind, I would only have to use 1 or 2 animated mouse per line. With right now, most of the longer lines have to use 2 to 3, maybe 4 if I'm feeling adventurous.
I mean, for me, it all depends on the facial expressions and the part of the conversation that they're in. Admittedly, like the people saw like the mouths did actually linger for a bit, but they did change whenever it's like a tone shift. That's what I do with moving mouths. That's the adaptation there. So I'm not like going out of my way to try and change it for a couple of seconds.
I
Like
mean,
with,
for
like,
me, even when there
like
isn't
lip
a tone,
syncing.
even if there isn't a tone shift, like if someone's saying a serious line, I may switch to a similar yet different mouth depending on, say, if they get a bit louder. Maybe it starts like, well, I may have a smaller mouth, but then if the line goes, well, I may have sold your cat to the crazy cat lady down the street. Don't be mad though. Like I would change the mouth a handful of times depending on like the tone and the voice.
That would have worked way better with face cam, but I think we get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, the way that I do it actually is with poses. Because most of the time, because I mean, yes, sometimes the mouse will change too, because again, based on expressions. But if it's just like in the moment, then yeah, having a couple of poses, which is why static poses are great.
Oh, I do
having
change
those,
poses.
yeah.
I do change poses quite a lot, but I also change the mouth, just because I'm not doing full lip sync. I'm never doing full lip sync. No, I will kill myself before that happens.
And this video is now demonetized.
Oh, I forgot. Okay, Jacob, you know me. I speak my mind.
Yes, I'm also very much aware that the other person who was supposed to be here today is also someone who speaks their mind. We were supposed to be joined by My 2.0 because she messaged me like earlier today saying I'm doing a live today. They said oh right, hold on, no, sorry, I'm gonna be in the chat. I thought we were waiting for another guest. Okay, we got another slot. Sorry about that, because people were saying I like to join. I called dibs as guest immediately. I think we all need to be a guest for this occasion. Everyone wants to be Jacob's enemy. Me. I don't know.
My enemy. Also,
exactly.
Also, by the way, episode 2 of Mrs. Dysart show got 92 views.
That is. I'm glad that we segued into this so casually, and I definitely wasn't in the middle of there's more people go through the chat.
Yeah. But Mrs. Dysart though. Speaking of Mrs. Dysart, KW.
There we go. Thank you. All right, I will send an invite to KW and to. Oh, hey, Maya's actually here. Okay. Oh, you want me to join? Sorry, yeah, that was my mistake. I thought you said you would want to be a guest, and that's why people normally message me saying like they want to be in something rather than like in the live chat. That's why I got confused.
Yes.
That's why I got confused. You don't have to be, but if you want to, then go ahead and let me know in the chat. Ironically, for now, I think the people who did say want to join are KW and William, so I will send that to them. And here we go.
Speaking of mini Mrs. Dysart, I don't know. KW.
We weren't speaking of it. We'd moved on.
William, if you want to voice act in the main Mrs. Dysart, I'm open to that. I could use a few more character VAs.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of your character VAs, here's one of them.
Hey. Oh God! What do you want me to do, Aiden? What do you mean by speaking of Mrs. Dysart?
Well, you voiced Mrs. Dysart in episode 2.
As in, like,
Okay,
speaking
well,
Mrs.
fair
Dysart, he or she is, rather than, speaking
Ah.
Mrs. Dysart, enter as
Okay.
Again, I went through this, like, we're not going to put you on the spot and make you, like, be a character immediately.
Be like,
Unless it's-
KW,
unless
we're
it's
not inviting...
Kawaii-chan. We might spring Kawaii-chan on you, but no one else.
KW, we're not inviting you. We're inviting Mrs. Dysart, and you're Mrs. Dysart, right? So,
And yes,
come
you
here.
are-
Right now, I am a casual KW who is really excited because something big happened today, which Aiden, I DM'd you
Yes.
about it.
I thought you said
And I
casual
am proud
gay
of you.
for a second there.
I did kind of hear that. I'm like,
But
So, Hiccup, it was so nice today. Yeah, right, you don't have to lie. Come on in.
why, you calling Jacob ugly? Is Bond calling
No.
Jacob ugly?
No,
You
don't-
Aiden.
You don't have to lie? Wow, Jacob, you're not ugly. Shame on
No,
Bond for
Aiden,
calling you ugly.
No, the joke was Bond was for lack of a better term, pun
I
intended,
know.
buttering me
I
up,
know.
and I called myself ugly. You're directing your hatred at the wrong person here.
Okay, fine. How dare you call yourself ugly, Jacob? Jacob
There
isn't
we
ugly.
go. There
well,
we
I
go.
look ugly right now because of my busted up nose.
You're not
not
ugly,
yet.
KW. You're not ugly either. None of you
No,
are
no,
ugly.
you're not
Except
ugly.
for
Face,
me.
cam,
I am
face,
very
cam,
ugly.
Face, cam,
No,
face, cam.
no. You're handsome. You're hot.
I'm not, though. I'm sad.
Got a lot of people here who just do not like their own self-image. Everyone else does. Consistent theme.
But like, I know, like, Bob's like, it's a popular song, KW. Of course you can butter nose it. I'm like, yes, but still.
I mean, Jacob's kind of uncultured half the time, to be fair.
Really.
Yes.
I know about half the time. I'm pretty sure you've... And actually, if anything, you've called me classy a few times. If anything, you talk about like how cultured I am, more so than uncultured.
It
Most of the-
depends. Some things that I feel like you should know, you don't know. And some things that I'm surprised you know about happen. And it's like, wow. I didn't know you knew that kind of stuff.
Bob,
Well, there
And then
you go,
there's times where I make a statement that's kind of inappropriate on stream and I don't explain it, and then you're like, what does that mean? Just like
That's not being that's not being uncultured. That's not the
just
same like
naive.
not knowing. Yeah, that's just not knowing. Yeah,
Here.
you're not a
about
filthy
pop culture
you're
versus
not a,
like not getting.
you're not a
innuendo.
filthy degenerate like me.
Right. Okay. There's the difference. Meanwhile, on the flip side of that, I'll drop a reference of something like a few times, and then you're just like, of like. And it would just be like over your head as well, or most other people's, except for Bond's, weirdly.
Well,
Bond,
Bond is a very cultured person, to be fair.
excluding all of the Spanish stuff, because obviously, I've
No one here speaks
I've
Spanish.
accessed like twice of the pop culture. that
Maya
people would,
2.0 speaks Spanish, but no one else
Actually,
here
wait.
speaks Spanish.
Not for this. That's my excuse. I have access to twice the amount of pop culture as everyone else, and therefore some of it doesn't stay, but a lot of it does.
Well, here's the thing. Like I have said before, like I have family members that actually know Spanish and everything, but since I haven't seen them in a while, I just lost, learning about Spanish and everything.
Well,
I mean,
you
Okay.
should-
about the language or the culture.
The
Or pop
language, so
culture?
like the
Okay,
language.
All right.
Yeah, the language, because I would like, just because like the family would come here and everything, and they would sometimes speak Spanish and everything, and I would like figure out what they said and everything because I get the reference or something, or just know the meaning of that word or whatever. But since I haven't seen them in a
So it's
long
kind,
while,
so it's kind of like when BB drops or Shorty drop a SpongeBob reference in English, and I won't get it in the moment, but then I translate it in my head and I realize, oh, well, that's from that episode. Yeah. Okay.
it was basically that. Yeah,
Fair enough.
like because
Okay.
I learned how to count in Spanish, like up to like 20, 30 or something. But
Dang.
now-
Ah.
I only know like up to like 6
Congratulations,
or
you
7.
you officially beat my nan, and I tried for years to teach her.
Dang.
yeah,
Okay.
but now I don't. I only know like a few.
Uno,
Okay.
dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis.
Hold on, wait, Aiden,
Seven.
stop, Aiden, stop. I wanna see. I'm gonna see how far KW gets in a second, because I want to test that theory. But first, oh look, a wild cultured person appears.
BTB is challenging. What is your action?
A new challenger arrives.
Arbrion, use bite.
Umbreon uses bite. It is not very effective.
Jacob uses French from France.
Jacob
Bond is
uses
now
French
enraged.
from
It's super
France.
effective.
It is super effective. BTB has fainted.
Yeah,
I
I
catch
just have like an attack bar, and all it says is like bonne nuit, désolé, and like I don't know. What else? Je voudrais. Yeah, like that.
Guys, I think I know the next Pokemon game. It's called Pokemon French.
Pokemon French.
That's just Pokemon X and Y. It wasn't
Pokemon
France.
Okay. All right. So back from French to Spanish. KW, give us the
Okay.
numbers. How far are you gonna get?
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Is that how you pronounce that?
Cuatro.
Cuatro.
Close. Yeah.
Yeah. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Oh, what?
I'll give you a hint. Aiden got 2 more and said them already.
Yeah, I know. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. No. I am butchering a Spanish word right now,
we have
sir.
learned that
That was right.
KW can go up to 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, here's someone who can count in Spanish further than that. It's Maya 2.0. I think.
Hola.
Did I send you a link? I don't think I sent you. Aiden, did you send a link?
No.
No, bro, no, dog. You definitely did, bro.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't me.
Oh no, it's because I sent that like before when I didn't like mention you, and then I addressed you, and then
it
that was
wasn't
why.
you, Aiden.
Okay,
Of
all right
course.
then. Got it.
You
Yeah,
definitely
okay,
sent
so,
a link.
Okay, so Aiden got up to 6 and Kinabi got up to 5. Fair enough. Aiden, you're
Ha!
at a foreign language than
I
somewhere
tried not to
else.
butcher the Spanish words. I don't like butchering them, but it's
I mean, that's fair. The only one that you really butchered was Cuatro because it went like
Cuatro.
Cuatro, but yeah.
Cuatro took a
Other-
beating.
Other than that, you were mostly fine.
Cuatro took a beating.
Anyways, okay.
What are we even reacting to today? I never got that.
We're
well, I'm
getting
glad 'cause
angry
you asked.
at Gacha
I'm-
Life 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm glad, or rather the lack of it. So yes, the Gacha Life 2
For you
update got
guys.
delayed one more day, and I said to Aiden that if that happens, we would go over something that he mentioned, where there was a little bit of outrage that people seem to have just about
Little
like
bit?
the nature of the app itself, how it's everything to do with it. But people, or actually no, not the nature of the app. Some people are arguing about that, about some of the admittedly understandable shortcomings of it, but also some people that were just saying like, oh no, this is actually amazing, like look at what they're like, sorry for all of the, I think Eddie mentioned the phrase is like angry children or something, so you can imagine the discourse is very civil.
Oh wow! In this case, I'm probably
Yeah.
the perfect person, considering I actually have the full version, and I am not very happy with it.
Wait, what?
what?
Well, technically, mobile is
Oh.
it's the full version on mobile.
Well, yeah, we have that. I thought you meant you had the full version of all the features. I'm like, when did that happen? I don't think even
No.
Glutamate has that.
Who is BTB? That's
Me?
new.
Bonnie.
This is Bonnie to Buddy.
Yeah,
The
can
The
that be? They haven't met
creator
before.
of Secrets of the Plex? Well, co-creator, I mean.
I
But
don't
still,
think Maya knows what Secret of the Plex is.
I'm an
Maya
animator.
hasn't
Long
done many of these streams.
Not
long story
everyone
short,
watches
I'm an
every
animator.
episode.
I'm an animator.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah, if
And
you
I
want to,
am have animator.
long
have
story
voice
short.
actor.
yeah, I tell you what, if you want to enjoy something else that features my voice acting, then go ahead. I'll send you a link later.
Only the second season.
Maya will probably
Well,
send
yeah,
over
okay.
half the
Always so
characters
nice.
in it. Maya would probably send over half the characters in it.
Oh, that's actually very true. Yeah.
But I literally actually told like Jacob like 2 days ago. I was like, it's going to keep getting delayed, isn't it? He's like, I don't know. It will
I
come
said
out
I
November
hope
7th.
not. I said I
Denial
hoped
is a
not.
river in
Yeah.
Egypt.
Except I didn't deny. I denied nothing. I said I hoped not, and I wasn't
Right.
gonna
Bro, literally,
set
like,
myself up for that.
bro, literally, I swear to God, bro, every time I try making something voice acted, it is so hard to, like, not keep everybody waiting because, like, bro, I have so many sports and clubs and, like, AP classes that I had to attend. Like, bro, oh my God.
I was just talking about to Aiden yesterday about our collaboration that we did like an episode of, and then we didn't like get it off the ground.
I'd argue.
We revisited it for
No, we didn't. I just mentioned that it existed. Becoming a bad boy was a different thing. That, you and I did that with Emily.
Straight, boys.
I just dropped that into conversation. Said, "Hey, I have a soccer themed thing that I was writing with Maya 2.0." And that was it.
We're referencing that. Look,
Yes,
we do a lot of stuff, so I don't know what you're referencing sometimes.
I think the reason you're thinking of Maya 2.0 is because that thing was set in Spain, and like I include like a lot of either culture references or just introductions of the Spanish language into it, and so we said, okay, we're going to need like either Maya or Blue to voice these characters if we do end up casting this at some point.
Wait, me? Maya, me? Like, me,
Yes,
I could do it?
Maya, you.
Yes, you.
What other Maya do you think?
Well, actually, there's two Mayas.
There's another Maya.
There's the other Maya.
You know how, Bon, you know how I've said Maya 2.0 like 3 times since she joined?
I just assumed that was her username.
People. Except you can see that it's not, right?
Well, I can see that her name is Mai with a strange emoji that I can't make out.
That's a leaf.
A leaf? That's a weird looking leaf.
It's a leaf with like a little air gust under it. Or
Hey, it's hard. My screen is small, okay? And I have bad eyesight.
So yeah, this is a different Maya whose name is not spelled M-A-I actually. So I'm wondering why that's the abbreviation, but I don't know.
Dang.
I mean, the way I spell Caitlin is, Kateline.
Caitlin is not the same as Maya.
Yeah, nor is it abbreviated.
That is not the same name at all.
Nor is it an abbreviation of anything. That's what we're talking about here.
The abbreviation for Caitlin, I think, would be like Cat, maybe?
Katie?
Kate, I guess. Cat or Kate.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Fun fact. I think at one point there is an episode where Caitlin actually does say people can call her Katie, except no one ever does that ever again. It's the only time it's ever mentioned.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Listen, I mean, honestly, I prefer Kate for a nickname for Caitlin instead of Kate, Cat.
I prefer Sugar Pea.
Wait. Who is like? Give me some information about the person I'm voice acting.
Okay, we can probably talk about that after the stream because that was not supposed to be the topic of this conversation.
Okay, so in this series, it's all about becoming a bad boy, as the title suggests. That's all.
The title is becoming a bad boy. Is what?
It'll be take my grave.
Okay, whatever. So yeah, it was a thing that we wrote like one episode of last year and we didn't like pick it up, and then we like went over it with It's like, oh well, this is something we could like pick up because I picked up in conversation and said to Aiden, yeah, let's go back and visit at some point. So yeah, it was meant to be. It's called Becoming a Bad Boy, and it was about somebody who gets obsessed over the fact that people that his crush seems to like bad boys, and therefore decides, okay, I'm going to become a bad boy myself, and hijinks ensue. That's the basic premise. Yes,
and basically it makes fun of a bunch of like bad boy cliches, the normal Butterverse fare, because we have to parody something or make some sort of commentary.
Yeah, I can't do a Gacha series without subverting a trope at some point.
God.
Okay. Now we've got done through that. So yeah, this is, again, you could tell with the number of guests here, this is going to be a special edition. So what we originally were going to do today was go through the server outrage, but then Aiden explained that was mostly a week ago, and that server updates.
Not even a week ago. That was like a month ago.
That's even worse. So basically, yeah, that's that. So that's where you mean like the release of the first version? Okay. Yeah, so people were complaining there was like a whole argument that ensued at that point, and that sort of got dropped. Now, Aiden has said that a better idea is actually to go through some videos that have
Maya
been
died.
mentioned. And since there's several of
Maya
them,
can
we're going to
handle
go into
videos.
share screen mode this
Enough for her.
time.
Maya got chomped by Freddy.
Dang. Maya got ripped.
we are
Maya
getting-
got ripped in half by
Was that-
Freddy.
Was that
You
was
know.
that was that the bite of
5 minutes of
23?
Freddy's
I don't know.
The bite of 23.
Wait, what actually would sound good? Actually, like instead of like the bite of 87, what would sound good? The bite of 2020?
I don't think
No.
I don't think any bite is supposed to sound good, right?
No, I mean,
No.
okay, no, I'm talking about verbiage. Like if we're talking about as a word,
I don't think bite of 87 is a sounds that bad
it
compared
sounds
to.
no, it sounds good. It sounds fluid.
So then, what's the problem?
No, I'm just saying, is there any other fluid number that would make it sound good? I'm saying it feels like the bite of 87, the bite of 23. You know, that just sounds like
I
more
mean-
like awkward.
The
So
bite of
I mean,
97.
the bite of 20. The
The
bite,
bite
of,
of 88.
the bite of 27.
I think it's the vowel number.
I think yeah, it's definitely the
Only-
20 part actually. The bite of 17. Yeah, I think it's the 20 part. I think it makes
Notice how the top 2 videos are both people who actually have Gacha Life 2 presets.
I know, right? Yeah, that is kind of biased. Like, you
Yeah.
know what? I have a horse in this race. Like, okay, sure, Jan. Like,
It's also I'm also interested because there are very few gacha channels that have over 1 million subscribers, and I have not heard anything about this particular channel. So I'm gonna have to come back at a future review later.
She's all right. Make short videos.
Yeah.
She's
She-
meh.
She
I
made
will come
custom
back in a
poses
future
before
review.
custom poses were made. So like she made custom poses more in Gacha Club.
That probably explains why Gacha Life 2 was such a breath of fresh air, considering that you know the thing that you struggled with. Actually, that's something that at least is a better mindset, because some people will be like, oh, when Gacha Club came out and had like the that was like the whole thing that we could do that was super impressive, and that's what the animation was based on. Now it's super easy, barely inconvenience, and yeah, everyone got all uppity about it. So I'm glad that someone's actually happy
God.
about the fact that the things are evolving and the stuff that they did that was hard is no longer as hard.
That preview
Right?
video really distracted me.
That what really distracted you?
The preview of the video. Like I saw like a side facing character and a avocado
right.
at one point. Like I felt like I was tripping.
Bond's
Okay.
animator brain is going off right now.
I was-
No,
Okay,
no. Okay, this
I was
doesn't
going
really
to
apply
start-
too much to me because I don't animate in stop motion as often anymore. That's not really my primary. So this doesn't
No.
really apply to me.
Well, I was going to start off with the other video, but considering that that came up, I guess we'll start here. Okay, so they think Gacha Life 2 is bad. What? Okay.
Finally,
Oh my-
I can now use Gacha Life too.
Okay, so
God, I hate that voice. Hate that voice.
I think this is like an AI. I think this is AI
I know. They could
actually.
have chosen anything. They had to
It's
choose a
obviously-
little baby voice.
yes, because the point is angry children, remember? That's the whole rhetoric that's going on. People complaining are, immature, they're like 5-year-olds, whatever, all that stuff.
I guess it being annoying is
wait a
right
minute.
then.
Yes.
And it why Gacha Life to looks bad.
Gacha Life to looks bad. Yeah, again, when you when you actually have an AI voice, sometimes it does end up messing up sometimes when you're like in post. Like you think that people can go back and like look at those.
No, that's not true. Gacha Life 2 is the best.
Okay, never mind. Everyone's AI.
You just need some time to figure it out.
Take it from me. Don't worry, I'll show you
Take
the way.
Take it from me, guys. I may have contributed part to the app. I may have got the early beta. Take it from me, guys. You just need to give it time. Like, wow. Okay,
I will say-
Pod.
I have given time. Even play on the beta version, and
Okay.
I will
thing.
say, just because someone gets alerts or something doesn't mean they necessarily have to lie. In fact, a lot
Okay,
of the time,
I'm
that's why
not
review
saying
comments are
she's
sent
lying.
out.
No, okay, I'm not saying she's lying. I'm just saying
Sugarcoating.
it feels hypocritical to say, "Oh, you should give it time," when you were given advanced time period to work on it. So you're
I'll be
coming
taken out
from
of Looney's good books.
yeah. Oh no, Looney doesn't care about us. which is kind of annoying, but whatever. I don't care. I'm
mean to s-
fine. I'm
Do you
fine.
need hugs, Aiden? Do you
That was
need
not what I
hugs?
was. That was not what I was trying to get. I was trying to get that this person might be in Looney's good, but therefore not wanting to get out because they've, again, over million subscribers. You think that Looney would know about that channel, even if
Oh
I
no,
didn't.
they have commented on them before. So,
Precisely. So,
Mhm.
so there we go. But I said that, of course, Lou doesn't know that we specifically exist, unless you've interacted with him on the server, which is entirely
No.
possible. You're more active on there than I am.
I don't really talk much on the server. I'm gonna be honest.
Then it is unlikely. So there we go. Hey, at least the AI child is being convinced. Like, yeah,
Continue.
give this another shot. I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Okay, right. So I forgot to be watching this.
Oh God, that perspective! That perspective!
See,
I mean, it's kind of cool, but also
in the
weird.
preview video, you can see why I'd be a little bit distracted.
That
yes.
No, that's not front facing. I think that's like a view from the sky, for crying out loud. That's not even front view. That's someone looking up.
I don't even know what this is.
They're not looking up. They're crouching like this. They're like, I don't know what you would call this. That is a bent T
A Naruto run stance.
That'd be this.
Yeah, but that's like, oh God, it's interesting, but also weird. Oh my God,
guys, Gacha Life 2 is amazing. You just need to give it some time to figure out everything about it. Like, literally, it has everything you need for original assets and useful features.
Okay, it's missing half those features right now, to be fair, but
I mean, not gonna lie. If you can game the system and pull off front facing thing that is better than this, then that is something to figure out.
Yeah,
but so maybe. I guess if you resize the eyes independently and work that out with the
if you resize the eyes and you mess with custom postings and the skew feature, you can actually do front. You could do
there's also an ear behind the normal ear that you don't normally see. So yeah, I guess yeah.
I don't like it. This person
should play around with that.
You can actually mess with it. I've seen some pretty impressive creations. But okay, so this is part where my problem comes into. I feel like saying the argument that people have is Gacha Life 2 is complicated. I don't think that's not normally a common argument or the main argument. Maybe someone's making that argument, but I don't think that many people have made that argument.
I'm guessing the people who
when Gacha Club was
exactly
released, it was a massive step up from its
from Gacha Life 1. Yes.
Sorry. This is probably the same. It's the same thing. It's a massive step up from Gacha Club. I'm sure that if it had all of its assets and all of its stuff that it was said to have, I'm sure that people would come around and be able to use it as though it's learning to
by this point, we probably would have gotten to the stage where everyone's like, yeah, I'm comfortable with this. Or some people have just gone back to Gacha Club or stayed with Gacha Life, as did happen before.
Yeah, I don't even
people who stayed with Gacha Life 1 probably didn't want to upgrade.
That says it literally has everything you need. It doesn't. It doesn't have everything you need. It doesn't have the studio. It doesn't have
backgrounds. It has any of the backgrounds that exist. It doesn't have. It promised imported backgrounds, which is fine, but don't take out the backgrounds that we normally use in the first place.
Yeah, it doesn't have all the stuff that said that it would have.
It also has an extremely annoying bug of erasing characters, which I was unfortunate enough to find out on my own, as it deleted my Taylor character, A14 character, and among others that I will not disclose on this live stream.
Yeah, and if people are familiar with the term parenting, I introduced a term that I like to call joint custody, which is that sometimes a particular part of the body will move independently if you move it yourself, or if you angle it. If you change the angle on the upper arm, the lower arm doesn't move. If you move the arm go through the arrow keys, the both of them will move. Why is it only one thing and not the other?
I don't know.
That's a thing that needs to change.
And
that's
I think it's only movement. I've tried skew as well with them, and I don't think that works either. And scaling. I don't think that works either. It's just movement.
Oh, it doesn't. I've done scaling. Yeah, it doesn't work either.
And the thing that I don't like I think maybe Jigga already said this. I don't know, but is so when you go to like the thighs or the legs part, trying to add accessories, one would be higher than the other. It is so like why? I get it that maybe some people like to do that for their
They get an
thighs,
earful.
but I don't like that. I just wish it could just be the same, just in case if someone wants it to be the same. Not everyone likes it to be higher than the other. Just saying. It's dumb. Keep it at the same height and let the people make it higher. Don't make it higher. Only let the people do it.
Exactly. Make the ones who can make the alteration having the option to do so is fine, but not like forcing you to do so. It's kind of like with custom poses. Having options in custom poses is great, and I'm glad that that's a feature that got introduced. However, being forced to use them, definitely put a damper on the people above, particularly.
Oh, I thought about animating the compilation, nod to the upcoming video. I wanted to do it on Gacha Life 2, but like it was just so tedious, and I just could not do it. It's just like so many changes, and it's just so unreasonable. I would argue.
Let me fix your game.
Also, doesn't actually have everything. I've just realized we were talking about mouse already. Again, not everything you need. We need those. That's for sure.
Oh, it's just a stupid email. That scared me. What the heck?
Okay.
Moving on. Oh, it has an avocado and it has a side-facing pony.
Oh my god, what is that?
I think that's a side view of Fluttershy.
Fluttershy?
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
Yes, I got it right.
I
did it.
Pony's making a comeback?
Oh my god. Pony's reboot happening in Gacha Life 2. Oh my god.
No, it's canceled. It's canceled.
Bring it back.
And don't worry, KW.
This YouTuber is giving you hope.
I'll help you make ponies. Probably. I don't even know what I'm doing, but we can make ponies together on Gacha Life 2.
Don't worry, most of the ponies are dead anyway, so you don't have to design them.
Unless we want to write in a bunch of flashbacks with them.
It'll only consist of prequels. Call it Star Wars.
Nah, it'd be funny if like all the flashbacks just like go back to KW using the ponies in real life.
This may be a bad idea, but what if just someone just make a Ponies 3 script just for me? Like there's like a challenge for that, and I just pick the best one and use that script for Ponies 3.
Ooh,
Challenge accepted.
Oh, yeah, you could announce that as a competition on your channel, or your server, or both.
Yeah, you know what? I may just do that if ponies come back. 100% sure again, guys. Don't do anything yet, guys. This is 100% sure. I'm focusing.
Don't get your
on
hopes up. This is what we did for Gacha Life 2, and look what happened.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so
Yeah. There we go.
Please, Call My
Alright.
Season 2 is coming soon, but that is getting so much stuff delayed because I'm waiting for Gacha Life 2 to come out.
Which is also getting stuff delayed. Yeah.
Yeah. So the patch is coming soon.
Hold on a second. Do we have the Wii sounds and also like music?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Those aren't even the real sound effects from the game. Why are you putting these sound effects in?
Oh.
To make it look better.
Yeah. So wait. Oh wait. Yeah. Because that track sounds like something from Gacha Life 2. But then I guess if you're saying the actual sound effects are not there, maybe it's just because.
No,
Oh,
not the
here's
music.
an example of what it will sound. Yeah, the sound effects of when selecting the screens. I know what you're talking about. It's weird how one thing feels authentic and the other thing doesn't. And on top of that, we still have the Wii music, which I guess means that she just forgot that was a thing in the episode. Which I don't know how you do that. Like, not even like in the same tempo or anything, so you can't
Yeah,
like.
we love the overlapping music.
Uh huh.
Oh, another thing I do actually hate is the ponytails. Like you
don't
have.
need to have them.
Yeah, I know, but like the ponytail section is like if you want them to have a ponytail, it's like on both sides. You can't choose one or the other. I mean, yes, you can, but you have to move one of them. It's just like, and you have to like adjust it and everything. It's just like
Fair enough. I think that is one of the things that was meant to be in this update, was switching from left to right faster, or something along those lines.
I guess it's just a little bit annoying.
Oh, and that's it. Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
again,
I told
it's
you the
like-
arguments aren't really great.
She brought up quite the argument.
It has everything you need, guys. Trust me. I play this game. It's so good. Just trust me, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Looney works so hard to please us. I wish Gacha Community would actually feel grateful.
Oh, no.
This is where the
Okay,
comments are.
okay,
This is where we go.
I'm about to throw down. Excuse me?
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
Clear
Okay.
the runway. Aiden's about to
Okay.
throw hands.
Okay. I have beef with people be like, you should feel grateful. I don't care what you did. I don't care if it's great. I don't care if it's bad. That is no. You shouldn't tell people to just feel grateful because you did anything. That is okay. Nope. Yep. That triggered me. That actually got me upset. What the heck?
Isn't that the
It triggered you, huh?
This is the entire point. This is the stuff that Kipple would be on the server. That's why I thought to scroll down to the comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I know. Listen. I have beef with people who's like, you should be grateful. Like, listen. How about to anyone who says that kind of stuff? How about you shut up?
Okay then.
That's how I
Aiden
feel.
is feeling
Just
things.
be grateful.
You are activating all kinds of trauma in past issues I've had because of people saying stuff like that.
Look, we are grateful for Gacha Life too. What we are not grateful for is the way Lumi is updating this game. He keeps delaying this game.
What
he keeps
updates? What are you talking about?
Yeah, what update?
Keeps updating the game. Meanwhile, there are just no updates.
Yeah, we have yet to receive the first
It's the
update.
lack of updates.
The plan to
No, I
update
meant-
is what KW means.
No. I meant like updates on what's happening with the game. That's what I
Okay,
mean.
yeah.
Not
I mean,
like
technically, we're getting some of those, but not many.
yeah.
Watch 800 plus assets be just 800 backgrounds
Why
and
are you
nothing else is
focusing
changed.
on the assets?
You know what? If it is
later.
Bon, if it is 800 backgrounds, I honestly will be fine with that again. Like,
I mean, that would actually be amazing.
Backgrounds
800.
anyway, so it shouldn't matter.
well, I mean, we're supposed to get imported backgrounds, but that's
Yeah,
not a thing yet.
but I like having the game itself supply some backgrounds because it
I
makes
tell you
it
what. Okay,
easier.
I'll amend my statement. 780 backgrounds and 20 mouths. There we go.
Ah, yes.
We'll be
And
fine
one
with that.
static pose, and it's the Pops pose.
Oh no, not
But
the
pop pose is
pop.
always the default for all the custom poses. Like all the like.
There you
the
go,
free slots.
Gacha community. Hope you're
It already
happy.
has that. That's already in there. So every single.
I know, but it would make it so much funnier if it was already in there and they added one static pose that was already done.
There's a button that says default pose. Okay.
How many more comments?
Right.
I want to see more
Let's
comments
yeah,
to
let's
see
read
it.
some more comments. Gacha Life 2 is extremely customizable with clever creators. It is. It's also technically in early stages, which we didn't know, so we were deceived by that. But I went through that, in the video from
Yeah.
before.
The video explore, like you can see, there's a lot more comedy, especially since Looney access to the game the time around. The
What it means
only
is Looney has
downside I
access to
can
the game.
see.
Hey, Luna
Really?
Man.
You
Okay,
always have
this
access
was
to the
wait. This is one thing. So there was misinformation around, like, I think it was like 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, when Gacha Club came out. There was a rumor saying Luna May lost all the files to Gacha Club. That wasn't the case. He still had the files, as obviously he updated the game. It was just misinformation. People are referencing that he
my
never
God,
lost the
ate
game
the
files.
game.
That wasn't actually a thing.
My dog ate the game.
Oh no, my cat ate the game. Oh no. I thought Puppeteer. We're looking at different comments. Aiden got really mad. I have one comment. You messed that.
Yeah, listen.
My
rage.
dog ate the game. Cut to a dog with like a half-chewed USB drive. Okay. Anyway, that's probably clear. Take time to make your own post quiz. Back to a legacy game. Neither of which were an option for me because I was obsessed. But now,
It has
gone through that,
way.
you know, looking
no,
back,
wait.
that's not the worst thing in the world. Yes, take time to make your own post quiz. Like I.
Hey KW, DM me a picture of like Sweetie Belle or something on the live pony characters.
Oh my god,
Oh my
it's
God.
happening.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Do you want the reference on the screen?
It's happening.
Where is it?
I'll do this version.
Down.
There we go.
Well, no, I mean,
It's the
I'm
reference
trying to
in-
recreate a pony here, okay?
I know. That's just what
I'm trying to recreate a specific pony, jeez.
All right, fine.
I'm going.
Yes.
I'm going.
Anyways, okay, so that was that one. That was
You will
alright.
deal with primordial Aiden rage.
Ooh, there's a
Okay.
comment that suggests tips. I wonder if we have missed any. No, I'm
All right.
curious.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll read that one after this. So first of all, we have I don't know, basic stuff, which is a very encouraging name. It has different mechanics than Gacha Club. I feel like people are coming from Gacha Club. I feel like they can make their OCs perfectly. As long as you don't mind lines by your eyes, technically you can do that. I don't know why they have those, but yeah, I guess. Just,
And you can get rid of them.
Nate,
Please,
we can.
please show me.
Mhm.
The only way that I've seen how to do that actually is to take some of the assets that are like meant to be like the blushes or something, and then moving them up on top of your eyebrows instead of giving your character Botox. But that's the only solution I've found so
I
far.
mean,
That's not viable for some people.
Technically speaking, you could take a random object or a randomly hair piece and just turn it the color of the skin, adjust it a lot, and then bam.
That is essentially what I said, but I'm sure that Bon has a different strategy for that.
Taking the lines off.
Where's the pony character, KW?
I'm wonder like I feel like we're not talking. I have a feeling we're not talking about the same thing here.
You know how like in the default version, like the like for some reason there's just lines on top of above the eyes but below the eyebrows for some reason. I have no idea why those are there.
The people
Those are
over
the things.
here. Oh my god! You said above as well.
Roll
Oh,
credits.
right. Okay, fine. I want to give
Have you been
Emilia's the
playing
only
around
character
with
who
the
those
opacity
lines.
tool, Mr. Butter?
I've played around with certain opacity tools, maybe not the right one specifically.
There's opacity tools on the eye option.
Oh
and
no,
it's
I know about that. It's like the thick
That's-
thick
Yeah, that's
outlines
what I
for the
assumed
eyes.
you were referring
No.
to. I'm not
No.
confused
That's
by
that
these
I know
lines.
about. That I know about. I'm talking about again stuff that above the eyes, not around them.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can fix that. I'm sorry.
Great. We're back to square one. Okay, let's see what the say. Back to this. Now, when you download Gacha Life 2, it's almost like starting to scratch. Starting to scratch. Yes, exactly what that is. Unless you
yes,
you
Rim.
extremely advanced like Mika. Which I guess is referring to what Aiden said before about custom poses and etc. etc. You just need to get the hang of it and figure out the mechanics, how everything works and such. It took me 3 days to make a decent OC and figure out ways to make it look good. Patience is key. Again, if it weren't for the people above, that would have been solid advice.
Still not entirely convinced that that's what the community is upset about right now.
No, it is more the fact that we're supposed to get a bunch of stuff, and he keeps delaying the game.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about that much yet. But okay, here we go. So here's the okay, so to like how like I'm guessing this meant to say how thick the eyes are rather than hair. But yeah, that's what Bon was talking about. Opacity tool, you can set that to 0%. Or I guess 5% if you want like a little bit of that, then yeah. That's how to do that. If the color slider is too confusing, go to the color back from Gacha and Gacha Club. It can help make you. It make help you progress. Okay, there we go. So if anyone doesn't know about that, I did happen to find that. That's how I'm able to recreate my
the
OC
puzzles are
perfectly.
too
Yeah,
complex.
Complex. Yes.
There is pose button. if you click on it, it gets rid of the poses, so you can have a plain start. Hope this helps. Not really.
There's also like 48, 44 full like slots that you can have like pages of slots where it's just that pose anyway. But yes, that too. You don't have to start on one necessarily. So yeah, not super helpful tips, unfortunately. There's another grateful comment, of course.
Oh no, ate it. Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Yep, no, it's fine. I'm fine.
I've already removed it. Yeah, I've removed it. Obviously, I mean, like I've already taken off the screen. I've scrolled past it.
No.
Good, because I will destroy the world. I will nuke the world.
It takes time. This was so used to Gacha. If they were so used to Gacha Life's build, it was strange that Gacha Club was so different. But people will get used to it. Yeah, I feel like people will get used to it. And admittedly, I have gotten used to what we've got so far. It's just still stuff is missing. It's what we didn't get. We're grateful for what we got. That's the thing. We're grateful for what we got, but we're not grateful for what is missing, what has been taken away unnecessarily.
Yes. It might
that's
be
the essential. Yeah.
It might be difficult for some people like me who have more cold and basic style with less adjustments, as it personally feels a bit too costly for my taste, but it will eventually get better if you try things that are a bit of your range. In fact, my first season Gacha Life 2 OC was based on Mika's cutesy style.
Cutesy style, yeah. I don't know.
Then you can try and make some more basic looking adjustments. Remember, if you're having a lot of trouble training using, you can just go back to Gacha Club, or slowly shift your OCs from Gacha Club of Gacha Life onto Gacha Life 2.
Yeah, admittedly, a lot of these comments are actually pretty decent. They're just encouraging people. They're missing the point of the outrage, but they're not like outwardly attacking people at the very least. They're not.
They're not subtly putting grateful ones.
They're not subtly putting in an AI baby voice to imply that everyone is immature about it.
XD Craft said, I think the only thing that bothered me was not having the Gacha Club poses. I have like
which got hearted. So let's see if there's a reply actually.
Nope, it would say.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, so it's not like that. Like concerns are being ignored here. So ultimately, this video didn't turn out to be as much of a train wreck. However, the one that Aiden sent me was not that one. It was actually this one from Michaela YT Plays. Do they really think Gacha Life 2 is bad? Are you serious? Would it be, are they serious?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
Starting off your video with a debate. This is going to go so well.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know why it's still on the last frame here. I haven't watched this video yet, but okay.
Also, I'm pretty sure this is one of those YouTubers who also use the AI voice, so prepare yourself.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Because, yeah.
Gacha Life 2 just released it. Yeah. So again, a lot of these were made like the 3 weeks time. It's not like people immediately took to the internet and made like reviews based on Gacha Life 2. I mean, we did, but other people didn't. So
Can I just say that model is amazing? It's a beautiful model.
Fair enough. There you go. Someone knows what they're doing, it seems. Again, early access, most likely.
Definitely. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this was...
Oh, okay, here we go.
Oh God!
Oh, that's even worse.
That sounds like
Gacha Life's too
hard.
Oh my God!
This is worse than my voice for Kawaii-chan right now.
But your Kawaii-chan voice is amazing, best ever. Yes.
Again, there's Kawaii-chan and there's Tiki. There's a difference. Oh, hold on. No. I just realized it's not Tiki. I take that back. What this is the voice of the Pixies from Winx Club.
Oh yes. I know what you mean. Oh, I hate the Pixies so much. Oh.
I think we have unlocked the memories in KW.
I hate the Pixies so much. I despise them. I was like, if I'm a fairy and I bonded with a pixie, I'm gonna murder it.
Okay, I tell you what. That sentence I just said there was actually a massive gamble because I haven't seen Winx Club in English. So I was just gambling on the fact that the English dub did the exact same. The Spanish one did and gave a helium filter to all of them. I am so glad that paid off. Thank you for corroborating that.
I'm just like,
Anyways,
can they die? Can they just get rid of them? Season 2 was good, but bad at the same time. Why did they have to add the pixies?
The pixies are love. Pixies are life.
No, I will murder those pixies if I ever see them again.
Dang.
at least like the whole plot seems centered around them. Was like the okay, it's back now.
I
Oh.
know it may seem complicated, but once you
I know it may seem complicated. Once you get the hang of it and adjust the person's arms, you know, clearly practicing what you preach here.
get the
Roll
hang of it,
credits.
Gacha Life 2 is amazing. This is how some people felt when Gacha Club came out. But after a while, everyone got the hang of it. Well, Gacha Club is better!
Wait, hold on. Are they?
My
Wait
brain is
a
melting
second. Did they say
this
Gacha
media.
Club is better and Gacha Life 2 is bad? And that's their arguments. They agree with each other, right? Why are they fighting? Is that
Yeah,
miss
that is
something?
weird.
did I miss? Hold on. I've got to go
I
back. I
think-
want to hear that line
I
again.
think
Some people
I think
felt when Gacha Club
just
came out. But after a while, everyone got the hang of it. Well, Gacha Club is better!
Yeah, they're saying the same thing as each other. Why are they fighting?
I think
Like, why are you?
Is it-
okay. No, I think I know what's happening here. I think because she's using the same pitch voice, it's supposed to be the person saying, "Oh, Gacha Club is better. I do not like Gacha Life 2. It is bad." But the other person is trying to defend it. But because they have the
They're
same
having-
pitch of voice, it sounds like the same person is saying that.
KW, the other person has just appeared on screen and had an open mouth. I know who's talking. But the first one said, Gacha Life 2 is bad.
We're not trying
Meanwhile-
to discern the voices during the fighting. This person outwardly came and said, Gacha Life 2 is bad.
And then one saying Gacha Club is better. Which actually, the only
Mhm.
way that this would mean like there'd be a significant fight is if the other person hated Gacha Club more than Gacha Life 2.
I
But was
guess
complaining about
so.
Gacha Life 2 originally, which also means that they're probably not that into Gacha in the first place. So why would they why would they want Gacha Life 2 to begin with? If that were the answer.
They're all amazing now. Can you guys stop fighting? Well, I guess you haven't seen Mr. White then.
Okay.
Who summoned me?
Mr. White? Who even is Mr. White?
Yeah, you're probably too young to know who Mr. White is.
Oh.
Who Mr. White is? Who is
Thank you
Oh,
for the
never mind.
close-up shots.
Never mind. It's not actually. It's not the same Mr. White. It's not.
Oh,
the Equinox.
wait. There's
I
one
think
thing
this
I'm.
kid
There's
knows
one
who
thing I
Mr. White
noticed
is.
about this game that I am annoyed about though. They
Uh-huh.
ruined those eyes. You know those eyes in Gacha Club would be used for comedic value.
Oh, jeez, I didn't
They
even
are
see
ruined.
that.
Because keep in mind the whole bottom part of the eye is white now instead of
You've
just
got
like
scleras.
like the whole. Okay, so in the actual game now they're ruined. They don't look as good anymore, and I'm sad about that. Like they looked so good in Gacha Club, but now they have like the white stuff all over the eye, even just the pupil.
I'm going to make a prediction that
Sclera.
if people play more around more with the sclera, there's actually going to be a series at some point or a mini movie that's like where the world building is based on the fact that if you're born with a certain color sclera, something is some difference occurs. You might have a certain different set of powers or whatever. I don't know. And of course, one person's going to have like extreme heterochromia and be born with 2, but they're going to be the chosen one. Anyway. Another thing about Gacha Life 2 we don't actually have is we have the preset eyes, but they're not
thumbnail
not in preset anymore. What are you saying about frame now?
Thumbnail frame.
Oh, okay.
No frame.
Did you just say Gacha Life 2 sucked?
I'm sorry, is he trying to be Rick? You trying to be Rick Sanchez right now?
Oh
Also, again, it's not aligned. I mean, kudos for doing camera angles at least, but you're drawing attention to the error of syncing up those different parts. Once you get the hang of the app, yeah, isn't that ironic?
We just practice with it more often.
I guess he's.
Oh god, I tried to
Oh my
make a
God.
pony and I failed
Another-
horribly. They look.
Another thumbnail frame.
no.
Yeah. And also, look at those knees. Look at the and the differently scaled arms. You're saying get the hang of the app, and yet every single time we pause, there's something wrong with this.
Did he just got?
Okay.
Okay, what did we learn?
Nothing.
Deep breaths, Jacob. Deep breaths.
We've learned that apparently
Not much of a laugh.
I've learned that Michaela YT plays is not to be trusted.
Well, wait, you needed that video to tell you that? Even I knew that.
I haven't seen this channel before, Aiden. How was I to know?
You just had to know.
Yeah, Aiden. I guess it has to do with gut feeling, I guess. That's what Aiden's trying to say. You just have to know with the gut feeling this is going to be bad.
No, well, no, I mean, you gotta be around the gacha block to understand if that makes any sense.
Oh, another thing that I
It's another thing to call. There's another. Just call me uncultured. That's fine.
Yeah, you are uncultured.
All right, fine. In that case, future gacha review. I will take a look at Made for the Grim Reaper because that's actually. I like the pun in the title.
Oh no! Oh no!
I see just asked for it.
Well, never know. Okay. Oh, there's someone just quoting the actual thing. That happens in a few of these. I think Gacha Life 2 is really good. You can adjust more stuff. You used to have this one adjusting an item without it going horizontal instead of straight.
It's just a bit unfinished.
Nothing a lot anymore.
It doesn't happen a lot anymore, implying that things have changed?
Yeah, when I was adjusting the star for the usher and the people above, it actually it took a little bit of trial and error trying to get that to not to not smush itself when it was being angled differently.
The jiggle,
that's one
the
thing
jiggle,
that I miss,
jiggle,
yeah.
the jiggle, do the jiggle, jiggle, the jiggle, do the jiggle, jiggle.
I feel like that's not what the staff was supposed to be. I must have messed up in the video then. Anyways, I find it amazing. It just feels a bit unfinished against Looney all the game.
A bit unfinished? It is unfinished. That's the point.
Unfinished
This
would
is
not
someone.
be amazing.
This is someone who's not used to confrontation, but is at least still putting the effort in to criticize even just a slight bit, but also reiterate that they don't mean any offense.
Assumes exceeding expectations. We didn't even get expectations. We got under expectations.
Actually, yeah,
what are you talking about?
That might be an issue, actually. We were given high expectations and we felt betrayed as a result. That must be the problem, really. If Looney had said nothing and sort of dropped part of this new game or something, or said like there was a beta version, then actually we would have been fine with it. But yeah,
that'd be better.
Again, another problem with Security Breach. They had their trailers hyped up and they showed all the most amazing parts of the game. So the rest of the game was just so dry.
And this is why I don't like trailers. This is why I don't like trailers.
Well, I mean, trailers, to be fair, are necessary to gauge what to expect. It's just when those trailers don't equal the reality, it becomes an issue.
Not just that, they show too much.
Yeah, no, trailers do show too much. And that's
Yeah, fair enough. But honestly, though, I wasn't really too mad about the trailers and playing this game. I still enjoy it. I see everybody's point of view. But the reason why I'm not so mad with Security Breach getting delayed is just because there was no actual release date. They didn't promise a release date.
Yeah, that's also a problem.
I'm not mad about the delay of Security
No, I'm not saying we're not. I'm not saying we're not. I'm just saying the reason why I'm not upset. I wasn't saying you were. I'm saying I wasn't mad about Security Breach getting delayed.
Just that the actual trailers puts you into a false sense of security that the entire game is going to look like that.
Yeah, fair. Yeah.
The biggest joke of the trailer was the fact that the camera system that they showed barely looks like something that comes from Rec Room. And then we were joking about that, and we're like, oh my god, I hope the whole game's not like that. And then the whole game was like that.
Yeah, no. And the other thing, the game I wasn't so mad about it getting delayed was Tears of the Kingdom, because there was no release date. They just said it's coming out soon, and they would apologize. Sorry that it's taking forever. We're just working out the kinks and stuff before releasing the full game.
To be fair, Tears of the Kingdom, for what I know, was really good. I haven't had a chance to get it yet.
Oh, it's good. It's good. Get ready for it, Aiden. Well, I mean, it's already out, but like, if you're planning to get it, get ready. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so like, honestly,
Looking at
like,
your recommended on the side, I can see why we have the same taste in pop culture.
We certainly do.
It's a lot of Smosh Pit.
There's some Aphmau in there.
oh
There's
no,
This
oh,
I don't know what
oh,
this
no.
is from actually. Oh, it's because of the Gacha Life 2. That's why. I'd only add these
Yeah.
presets. Probably
But
because as a
honestly,
proof of concept, I would imagine. Apart from
I
Rick Astley
think
here.
what Lumini should have done, just say, oh yeah, it's coming out soon, and just leave it at that. Don't say when it's coming out or anything like that. Don't give it a release date or anything like that. If you're gonna have issues or anything like that, just don't tell anyone the release date.
Well, I think Gacha Life 2 is the best game out there. Justin Keith, what are you talking about? I've grown up with
That's getting a
very
downvote.
high
Goodbye.
expectations.
I've been reading these comments and hoping the chat have been too, because I don't have anything to say about security breach, so I just let you guys talk about that. I'm just going through and it's like, yeah, I'll just leave these on the screen for a bit and see people actually, latch onto them or not.
I like this person who said, just want to say that people will always have different opinions. Something is good and something is bad, and that's okay. I just don't attack those who have a different opinion than you. Like, I came from a video and they were sending the person death threats all because they thought the game was bad. Like, oh god. I've seen so many people get attacked all because they have a different opinion, and it's sad and weird. Just because they think it's bad doesn't mean it takes away the heart for Looney did, nor does it mean that they're lazy for not figuring out or for not understanding. All I'm saying is be respectful to other people's opinions and don't be a bleh. This is isn't directed at the YouTuber, but I just want to say this before more people comment.
I love the use of the YouTuber there rather than the actual name of the channel. But yeah.
I like that comment. I love that comment.
Yeah, I haven't finished reading that yet. And yeah, if there are we haven't seen anything going on, but if there are death threats going on about, people being threatened because they like the game, then that is a step too far.
Yeah. Don't set death threats. We all know what happened when you do that.
I wouldn't say that anyone here actually dislikes the game as a whole. But if anything, the game isn't whole, so that's not really saying much, is it? Anyway.
I just have issues, and I don't like when people just be like, oh yeah, it's perfect, there are no flaws here, which a lot of people do that. It's like, that's not how that works, but okay.
Hey, look, here's like an actual 40-minute video that might be a little bit more balanced. There's like a few things, like all things I hate about Gacha Life and blah, blah, blah. But then Gacha Life 2 is still bad, you are wrong.
Why is sucks censored?
I actually don't know. Maybe that's...
maybe it's on a hit list.
What?
Hit list? Like, is someone being tracked down?
That's the most common thing. Like, if there's an X or their eyes get crossed over, it means that they're on like a hit list or something, or like getting ready to get killed. I think I watched too many creepy stuff.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Like, what? Like, don't you watch like scary movies or anything like that where there's like eyes crossed out or red?
Yes, but it's it's never like a given that they're on a hit list. And if so, who would want a Gacha tuber ranting about Gacha Life 2 on their hit list for saying the word sucks in their title? I'm just trying to understand your logic here.
I'm just saying, maybe that's was the reference. I didn't mean, oh yeah, it's totally on the hit list or whatever. That's what's happening. I'm just saying they were trying to do that.
What are you referencing?
Okay, you know what?
I think it's this type of I think it's this type of news where you type a certain thing or say a certain thing out loud and then suddenly you become a target. I think that's what Kid Up was trying to vaguely reference there.
Yes, there you go.
Okay,
that's what I mean.
All right.
I just call it a hit list. I
will say,
I thought you were having a stroke or something.
It was
I am
tempting.
me having a stroke? Me? No, never. I'm not crazy.
I mean, if you do Mrs. Dicer voice, you sound like you're constantly having a stroke.
Well, whose fault is that, Aiden?
Actually, it's Natasha's.
Natasha's.
Yeah.
It's Natasha's. Not mine. I didn't voice the character originally. I didn't direct her. I wasn't there.
Mhm.
Boo! Boo! No, I'm joking, guys. We love Natasha.
I just realized this is only 51 seconds long. How unbalanced is this going to be in the opposite direction? Let's find out.
Gacha Life 2 is very hard and complicated to use.
Good grief,
Oh my
everyone's using
god!
AI.
Is
This
this,
is so original.
Yes.
wait, is this how
Gacha Life
unironically
2
saying it's too complicated? Oh, no,
Right.
never mind.
might
it's a
be
defense.
complicated, as it has many options, like posing, adjustments, etc.
Many options like posing. It has nothing but posing.
Yeah,
It has nothing but
listen.
custom
Yes.
posing.
Listen, I would love the custom poses even more if I had options of default poses, but I don't have those.
Oh,
God,
Aiden.
it's like someone's like it's like you tell someone, oh, I want a cake. Okay, here's a cake, and they hand you like a cake thing, like a box
The
of cake
ingredients.
mix. And then they're
Yeah.
like, oh, here's some eggs, here's some butter. Okay, and you can use this kitchen. It's like, okay, but I said I wanted a cake. I didn't say I wanted to make a cake. I said I wanted a cake. Yeah, but you can make it now. It's like, but why couldn't you just make me the cake? But like, I mean, I wouldn't mind the option every once in a while, but like, why can't you make it? It's like,
Aiden,
no. This is better this way. It's better than this way. Like, no.
No,
Aiden,
it's not.
I think you have a winning TikTok there. If you had like a cake magazine or something, put the caption "Gacha Life 2" at the top of that cake. It's like, hey, I would like this, please. And then you like come up to like this and show like the Gacha Life 2, and then just like have like different things like only custom poses on like the eggs or something like that. It's like, yes, but I wanted this thing. Yes, but this is this thing. Eventually, this will become this thing. Yes, but I would like this thing. You promised me this thing. Like, I don't know, something like that. That'll be winning TikTok right there.
Yes, please. Someone do that right now.
Someone in the chat right now, yeah, take that idea.
Probably because we aren't used to it. And let's not forget, we have been using Gacha Club for many years now.
That's true. Gacha Club is the
At least
longest.
Gacha Club has all of its crap on it.
Yeah, Gacha Club has had the longest stint as the newest game, but also it
Gacha
did come out
Club
with all the
Has
features.
more than this game,
Yeah, I think Gacha Life 2 is
which
the
is
only
ironic
game that
considering
hasn't.
this game was promised to have more.
Yeah, Gacha Life 2 is the first game in the Gacha app, to my knowledge, that didn't come out with all of its features that were promised or said coming soon for stuff. Because Gacha Club, it was complete.
My
it
theory
was
about
complete.
yeah, my theory is Luna May just wanted to rush it out the door. Be like, okay. It's been 3 years. I want to make some money. I know. Let's fast track a game right now.
I'm not. I think making money was part of it, but also I have a theory there's another reason behind that. Because there's an interesting thing in the Gacha Life 2 terms and conditions, which is all about the fact. Yes, the terms and conditions. Yeah. So
You read those? I mean, I just sold my soul. I just sold my soul and moved on. Like, isn't that what we all do?
Most of the time, but I was curious. I wanted to know. Besides, like honestly, like those terms and conditions, they're not like paragraphs or pages long. They're just it's like one thing there, whatever. So it didn't just take that long. So I was like, okay, fine. But what the thing that was in there was a clause that said that you can't actually make modifications of this game, which says to me that it's curious that Gacha Plus started making waves, and then immediately, 2 months later, a game that has been 2 months in development releases in the official Gacha lineup that says you can't make mods out of it. Suddenly, out of it, when competition arose, Luname, the company, couldn't be complacent anymore with Gacha Club, which has been their most recent game in that particular lineup for 3 whole years, the longest stint of any of them. Starting to like, oh, people are doing better at what we do than we are. We got
Yeah,
to be
and
better
that's-
at what we do than they are because we are the ones who's doing it. And therefore, suddenly Gacha Life 2 is like, yeah, quickly, custom poses, yeah, imported backgrounds, all stuff people asked me us for years. We're suddenly doing it right now because we're actually afraid.
Not to mention, Chi-Mation's gonna come out like in I think 3 to 4 months, or maybe that's at least when the closed beta is coming out. So I mean, and that's been talked about for years, and we have been seeing previews of it, and supposedly that has tons of stuff into it. All the a bunch of the assets have been shown off on the Discord server. So, I imagine that's also why they want to rush out a game as well, because the Gacha Plus did really good, and then Chibi-Mation's gonna come out, which is basically a gacha game that's not made by Luname, and it's like, oh crap, we actually have.
Yeah, I will also say that I briefly touched on this game, but Toka Life World is actually the community, the way that it seems to be right now, it's from what I've been shown and described by my cousin, is that it's actually in the stages that the gacha community was in about 5 years ago. Or maybe even a bit longer than that, maybe 6 years ago, so the Gachaverse, Gacha Studio stage because of the community itself, and then so it's on the rise. And there are
I don't think Toka Life's gonna go anywhere.
The point is, it's at the risk. I mean, admittedly, I'm sure Luname didn't think the Gacha Studio was going to get the catch on like it did, and subsequently every other game since then.
I mean, didn't a game called Cyberpunk got rushed and it has a lot of bugs and it still has tons of bugs to this day?
Well, to be fair, Cyberpunk, I mean, it was rushed out the door, but it was also running on the PS4 and stuff like that, and the way the game was set, the way the game was made, it needed more processing power than the PS4 was able to do. So if you have a PC or if you have a PS5, something like Cyberpunk runs a lot better than when it's on PS4, which it runs like garbage for what I know.
Okay, cool. So yeah, but what I was saying about Toka Life World is about the community, and Toka Boca, the company, does way more than just game design. They can afford to actually take their time with that and actually realize what's been going on. Luname essentially this is their main lineup here. If they don't something that with the competition, if they end up becoming obscure, that's it for them. So they gotta pull their heads out of the sand, so to speak. And that's probably why Gacha Life 2 was rushed as much as it was. Which, admittedly, saying all of that out loud sort of makes more sense now. However, 800 assets were not the way to go about. Because again,
I know, right? It was
no.
It's oh yeah, we have a month. So at the end of this month, we want to add 800 plus assets and tons of new features. That's reasonable. Oh my god. That's not reasonable. That is insane.
Yeah, so the motivation makes sense, but the response to it does not.
So the new one might look hard AMD difficult.
That's not even the same lines. It seem hard A&D difficult. Well, okay.
A&D.
The most hard to use feature is color slider. Yes, and there is also a way to fix it.
By the new update, including hexagon, like I promised.
Just click on.
Oh, Jacob, why did you zoom in on that?
I didn't.
I know you did. No, I know.
Yeah, he's not editing this live.
No, I meant pause. Not.
Why? You want to stare at those beautiful gacha lips?
No.
Those beautiful gacha lips that are so amazing and moist.
Pre-apocalypse. I guess nothing wrong with that, except maybe gacha lips.
Click on the palette option.
Okay.
Tada.
Oh my god, why is she making that face, girl?
Just laughing at the AI.
I'll have Gacha Club colors.
Her mouth is where her nose should be.
Remember when Gacha Club came out?
Yes, we all do. We all know that much. Yeah.
A lot of users found it difficult to use, so they stayed with Gacha Life.
Why was that echoed? Why were two AI voices going over that? That was not me.
Oh, there are two Game Master logos, so maybe a different render and the audio overlapped.
Maybe.
Oh god. think it's normal to find it complicated at the beginning. Yeah. I'm sure the word for having people say anything about it, but say it's okay.
You know,
Well,
you're right. You know, I worked very hard when I pooped in the toilet. I worked
look at
so
you.
hard on that. You know, honestly, I think you guys should just be fine with it. I mean, I worked so hard on that. Like, I had to eat some nice food for that. I sat there for a good hour, you know, but like, you know, I honestly think that you should just be like cool with that. I mean, you know,
Gacha Life bingo
obviously that's
is
the
always.
exception, but the point
I
being,
need to.
but the
I
point
need to make Gacha
being,
Life play Gacha Life
the-
bingo at some point.
but the point being, you can't just be, oh, you worked hard on it, and that's the only qualifying factor. Like, yeah, people work hard on a lot of things. Back in the day, Shorty worked hard on Taming the Bad Boy, but we're not gonna go Taming the Bad Boy was good.
Oh wait, I am Ponies was bad.
I
Clothesline
think
season 1,
Ponies
finale.
was
You still worked
cute.
hard on those.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I still work hard on those, but
Ponies was cute though. I like Ponies. I mean, it has some cringe elements. I'm not gonna lie, but it's cute. I like it.
It's subjective, Aiden. It's subjectively bad, but it's so bad it's brilliant. That's what we've been saying.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make it a good show. It just makes it a fun
Yeah.
one.
it's a chaotic show that
Yeah.
you don't care if it's bad or good. It's just chaotic
Yeah.
no matter what. And
Also,
it's
before we move on, actionable cannibal Shia LaBeouf. Okay. All right.
But yeah, people can work hard on stuff, and then it just turns out to be great. Like, especially like also like for example like movies. People work hard on movies, and sometimes they suck.
Okay, so I guess this also confirming this comment here confirms that you can in fact copy and paste poses, which makes the videos that we made about poses kind of redundant in hindsight. I guess the walking post being made available was a good thing overall.
Okay, well technically we spread walking posts. That's all that matters.
Yes, there we go.
But I mean, to be fair, we were talking from a PC perspective, which I think there was a handful of PC users that couldn't do that. So,
Right.
I can tell
mean,
that
I
if you never
thought-
even try to use the difficult features, you won't learn how to use them. Don't I see with only adjusting 3D mannequin with unique pose to train with those. Yeah, I would. This makes a lot of sense because actually that's the same issue I think a lot of people ran into with Gacha Club because some people just stayed on with Gacha Life, and I'm sure some people did it because of the updates and it was more.
to be fair, I feel like some
questionable
people just
stuff.
stuck with. No, I think a lot of
Yes,
people
some
stuck with Gacha Life because he. We
Yes,
can't have
that was what I
shirtless
was trying to
characters
say.
anymore.
That's what I was
Like,
trying
yeah.
to say, Aiden. However, I'm sure some people stuck with it because it was easier. Admittedly, that was a question that that I got around that time was I going to stick with Gacha Life for the Mutant Girl, or was I going to actually move the show over? And ultimately, I chose to move the show over because it was I tried it out. And it's like, okay, fine. This won't be the best thing now, but it will eventually. Because my goodness, I have to go back into home mode every time I want to change one detail about the characters.
I know, right? God, I made a demake of Fallen Angels at one point where I recreated some characters and got to life, and I basically recreated a scene but using a Gacha Life instead of Gacha Club and see how it would look in there, and it would took me ages.
No, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Aiden. I just saw the Styles Theories video, and I'm just trying to figure out what he means by that.
You're wrong.
Yeah, see, that's the beauty of that title. It gets you interested.
Yeah.
That's why MatPat is a YouTube god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, no, I wasn't trying to interrupt anything. I was just like,
just saying, why do you have to do style theory? I'm sure you could have found a better theory, especially for the color blue. Because, like, let's be honest, blue is the best color, and the fact that he did style theory, which who cares about styles? It's like, oh, I'm a god.
Clearly, he cares about styles, and so do a lot of other people.
Yes, thank you.
Have you look? Okay.
And also, it's not something people like many were talking about at this point, and therefore it's He's able to corner the market. The same thing he did with food theory and actually film theory. To be fair,
To be fair, I
What-
kind of
what
thought
analyzing
food
films that way.
theory was also a weird choice.
exactly.
Like, film theory and game theory makes sense, but I feel like when you get style theory and
They make sense
Yeah.
now because we're used to
food
them.
theory,
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
Matt
but
has
a lot of people
explained
do- a lot of
why-
here's the thing though. A lot of people do a lot of people do game analysis where they analyze the storyline, the gameplay, and stuff like that. People
Yes, they do that now. In 2011, they didn't.
Okay, but I mean that's semi-normal. I mean, I guess fashion is, but that's more like a fashion class thing. I don't know.
The point
It's
is
not
that through
about
early examples
fashion.
like this, they'll become more popular. I think the same thing the Gacha community did. You know, certain things everyone was doing them back in the day, they became popular. Other people caught on to that, and it just kept on feeding itself over time.
And here's the thing, like, I don't always watch food theory, but there are some food theories I will watch everything because I'm curious. Like the whole Grimace milkshake, he made a theory on that on food theory. It was just fun to watch.
To be fair, he probably made it on the Grimace milkshake because it was a popular topic at the time, and people were making dumb memes about eating the Grimace milkshake and dying.
Yes.
Which
So
was
not,
dumb.
only, so not only did he corner a market, but he also found a trending topic in said market. Oh no!
Yes.
Sound the alarms.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
I
God,
just,
it's
but
so bad that
no,
Matt
I
said
just
that
thought,
it's funny theory.
no, I just thought the whole Grimace thing was dumb to begin with. Like, I always thought that dumb. Like, I don't even know why it became such a big thing. Like, okay,
Because it can be like
but it's dumb.
There's a lot of stuff people find dumb that people say shouldn't have become such a big thing. People say that about Gacha.
there you go.
But in this case, I'm just, but children were into the Grimace thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
children are into
kids!
Gacha.
Kids
Listen,
are
and
into
FNAF.
FNAF.
listen, okay, no, okay,
There
no,
we go.
okay, yeah, and I do find the whole FNAF thing to be it, but keep in mind the whole Grimace Shake thing overlapped with the whole FNAF thing, which was like child-friendly horror. You know, something that's not scary turns scary, but it's really not scary.
That's
but
a
it's
lot of
scary
horror
to-
things. That's been done since like the 50s. Like Alfred Hitchcock movies did that. People
No,
weren't
I
afraid of being
mean,
stabbed in the shower
Furbies!
before Psycho
Furbies!
came along.
Furbies became it's a toy
okay, yes.
but it became horror. Hence Tattletale.
Okay, no, this is just I'm describing a trend in horror that gets popular with children. Something that isn't
Furbies.
KW. Shush. Seriously. When I'm saying something becomes popular, something that isn't scary or that shouldn't be scary becomes scary for no reason. It's just twisted to be scary, but they don't fundamentally go that hard in the horror, but children still find it scary for some reason. That's why it's a marketing thing. That's why you have a bunch of stuff like Poppy's Playtime coming out now. It's before it was accidental. When FNAF happened, it was an accident. Scott wasn't like, you know what? I want a child audience. Poppy's Playtime and all that stuff. That's not an accident. And acting like it is an accident, it's not. It's a on purpose. You're purposely making something supposedly child friendly that isn't really scary, but is scary to young kids, and then making plushes and making stuff that panders to children. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
saying
that
it's
exists. What was
bad
the
to
take?
go after that market without saying you're going after children, even though you clearly are, because you know what you're doing, and that's why I have a problem. I have a problem with that whole mentality.
The Grimace Shake thing wasn't really towards kids. It was just a fun thing for teens and adults to do because they
But
want
it
to
was
live
still-
through their childhood lives and everything.
Okay, but that's why I'm saying the whole FNAF thing is like, that's why I'm just saying that whole trend in horror. If we're bringing that up, I'm just saying that whole trend in horror.
Now we
And the
think about
Grimace
it.
Shake technically falls under that because a lot of people made that trend. But when that trend became popular, everyone knew they were pandering to children. but no one wanted to acknowledge the fact they're pandering towards children. That's also
Now
where
I
the
think
problem
about
comes.
that, Scott
Like-
actually is as a comparable thing to what we were saying before about style theory, because they were saying before that FNAF did something unintentionally,
Yeah.
called a market, and then other people tapped into that market. So yeah, I'm sure we're going to see more style analysts in the future, just like we see food reviewers now and game reviewers and
Well,
film,
I mean,
and film
technically,
reviewers with all these
style
theorists and
analysts
such.
always exist in fashion designers, and there are even some YouTube channels that may talk about like the fashion in movies, how certain clothing that
So they make
certain,
theories about that, or in this
Or, well,
similar way.
yeah, or analyses more likely, not full on theories, but analyses on being like in Mean Girls, certain characters wear certain things to maybe
Oh, God, not
to
Mean
hint
Girls.
at.
Oh no, I
to
understand
hint
those
at-
exist. That's not the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, actually, in a lot of things, fashion does really depend on it. Like, especially coloration. Like, for example, with Spider-Man with the black suit. The color black and dark colors are normally associated with evil. Therefore, the black suit's always pretty much seen as a negative thing. And, like, the black suit itself conveys the negative meaning of the suit.
There's a Spanish director called Pedro Almodóvar, and one of his films is called Volver, which just means to return. And in that film, we actually, in my Spanish class, we were analyzing it. This was for like A-level Spanish. And so one of the things we talked about was actually the use of different colors that Almodóvar actually does sometimes. And it was actually interesting how the way that it was conveyed, it was that it was this as that the color red was used to symbolize corruption and white was innocence, and there were certain points during during the time at one time of the film where certain events happen, the characters become corrupt, and it starts like getting a little bit there. There's like red and white stripes at some point, and it became a little bit of a theme there. But you notice, Aiden, you know how you're saying people care about style, and they meant to mention like all these channels and things, and then several examples that you can think off the top of your head of people analyzing this stuff and people caring about that. Yeah, people definitely care about style enough to have a theory channel about it.
Yeah, me too. Like, I actually really enjoy style theory because I didn't think about it. Like when he did like so many. I don't know what the actual theory is called, but he talked about school uniforms. I was always curious about, like, yeah, why do we have these dress codes? Why do we have school uniforms? Does it actually work or not? And I was really curious about it because I wasn't in public school where I have to wear certain clothes.
KW. School uniforms aren't common in the United States.
Yeah, I know.
And what?
I know. I'm just saying.
And so that's why I'm curious about the school uniforms.
Yeah, you'll never. I think most United States people will never experience school uniforms unless you're going to a private school in the United States. British people I know, in the British schools, pretty much school uniforms are common. And like Japanese schools, they're also common.
Once again,
but
not
to be
the point
fair,
getting at.
to be fair, analyzing the whole school uniforms in Japan, because like the thing of a lot of culture in Japan is like everyone is more uniform. Like they want your hair cut to be a certain way, and they want you to be a certain way in Japan, and they're very kind of limiting. That's why I think like a lot of animes itself actually goes like super colorful hair, super exaggerated styles, because in real life Japan, the people making it don't have as much freedom as they would like in said animes.
Right.
So that's why animes look a lot different, look a lot more colorful than, say, in a normal thing where it's like everyone's wearing like school uniform or very in a certain kind of box. But I mean,
and that's why I was curious about the school uniforms, because I never knew what it was like wearing a school uniform or going to school where you have to wear
to be
a
fair,
school
it sounds
uniform.
like a pain in the butt.
Exactly, that's the whole point of the theory. He explains why it's not a good idea to wear school uniforms.
Also, wouldn't you have to buy multiple of them? Or you would have to wash it constantly because you can't.
Oh my god,
if
just
you're
watch
going to
the
school
theory.
5 days a week, you would have to wash it constantly. Which, I mean, would also kind of give the vibes of you have to, you know.
They give you instructions. They give you instructions how to wear the school uniform and such. Watch the theory.
Also, by the way, they don't pay for the school uniform. You have to buy the school uniform. I know a thing or two about fashion and design.
Yeah, but you don't know about the fact people don't buy 5 school uniforms or wash the same one every single day.
Well, no, they don't buy multiple. I'm pretty sure they wash it every single day.
Oh my
Because school
God.
uniforms are expensive. Have you seen? I mean, a lot of them look very nice, but it's
It
also
depends on the components of them. The shirts and trousers are easily replaceable, and therefore they're the ones people have multiple things of. Blazers and such, admittedly, yes, those ones. Admittedly, there's to get like a more of like a shelf life anyway, so people don't wash them as often. And yeah, so those are ones that they're reusable and the ones that have the most branding on the schools. I was going to mention that, but you never actually gave like a point in conversation where you stopped like going over the same points over and over again.
Anyways, I just think the concept of having a whole theory channel where you make weekly videos talking about styles would get hard at a certain point. Also, I don't even know how MatPat even handles it.
I don't know. You've been talking about
You
this for
don't
solid 30
watch-
minutes,
oh
and you
my-
clearly,
Okay,
you have a lot to say.
Wow.
No, it hasn't been 30 minutes, but I don't even know how MatPat and his company handles it. You know why? He has 4 channels that make, I'm pretty sure each channel has a weekly video. Not to mention he has GT Live, where he streams
he's
quite
awesome.
often.
That's it. That's
No,
the
I-
secret.
Glad we can all agree on
it sounds like you just get overworked at a certain point.
No,
which is like,
MatPat
dang.
actually talked about why he couldn't do song theory and book theory. The reason why he couldn't do song theory because of copyright issues. Book theory is what do you say? So I don't know.
If you're wondering why KW suddenly said that, it's because Born in private chat types something. People
yeah.
watching.
So
I was just trying to find the right time to
I
slip
think
into the conversation.
I think book theory would be awesome. Actually, like.
But he couldn't do it because of reasons, and he chose style theory because it fit his brand. He thinks these things through it, and he just doesn't go, "Oh yeah, let's just do style theories. That will fit in or whatever."
I'm not hating on style theory. I would have preferred other. I would have preferred other alternatives.
Okay, I'm just saying. I like the idea of book theory. Actually, I don't read much, but I think going over
What's the
books.
point of doing book theory? You're probably not
I
even
know,
gonna watch
but
it.
I would no. Actually, well, I probably would actually watch book theory if you.
Yeah, Aiden would just watch book theory as an alternative reading the actual books.
Yeah, no, I would actually love that, talking about like theories in books, maybe analyses, speculations on certain things. I think that would be awesome, actually. I think.
Yeah,
I think
but
that's
he has
cool.
reason why he didn't do it though.
Because reading books every day would be, or reading books and having weekly videos about different books would be crazy, and like especially when you're doing it off multiple series.
Oh my! He actually literally explained this, Aiden. Oh my god! Just watch the videos of style theory. You will enjoy them. I promise. Because he makes really
crazy.
good...
I was crazy once. He locked me in a room, a rubber room.
Yeah, I love how like the past 10 minutes have been Aiden asking questions about stuff that KW has just said. Just watch X thing in video, and then Aiden will ask the same question again.
Yeah, because literally he doesn't know much about the school
Aiden doesn't want to watch the video.
I don't feel like watching it. I just want my question answered. I don't want to watch a 20 to 30 minute long video when you
put it on 2 times
speed. You just give me a 2 minute long, a 2 minute.
What's the 2 times speed, Aiden?
Skip to the end. Skip to
what?
the end.
What? Make them sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks? No, that sounds horrible.
They don't.
Watching it on times 2 speed won't make their voices higher. It'll just make them faster.
Yeah.
I tell you what. Let's actually try it out right now.
Oh, today I must.
Yes.
With this video. Okay. Playback speed.
Can you make it? You copyrighted, dude. I don't know. I think you may pull a AFMAO and have it get copyrighted. Please
You're allowed
don't.
5 seconds.
But Aiden,
okay.
I watch a game theory video.
No, on stream. On stream. Oh, I mean, maybe.
Yes.
I don't know. I know we had trouble with the AFMAO videos as soon as she started claiming people for.
But my dad doesn't do that.
Here we go.
Well,
The combined forces of
I
two
didn't
theorists for
think
one goal only: to win an argument against Stephanie. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Style Theory.
Does that answer the question?
Welcome to game theory.
He sounds horrible. He sounds like he's on high on caffeine when you speed it up to 2 times speed.
I don't know.
Like he's like, oh my god, hey guys, today I'll be talking about style theory. Oh my god, so fashion.
It's 1.5.
Get to prove that I'm right.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
100% yes.
Okay,
For years,
that doesn't
I
sound
have
that
gotten
bad, but 2 times sounds horrible.
Okay, well there we go.
Well, there you go. See, you could just.
Although I
speed.
always feel skeptical when MatPat does some theories because like
Okay,
That's,
yes,
that's
be
not a bad thing.
skeptical.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing to feel skeptical about something. But
No,
obviously, of course,
I
it's
mean,
also a case of like watching the thing first to figure
Really,
out
I
if the
I
skepticism
just
was warranted or wasn't.
yeah,
Here's
but
the thing, I
like,
don't
God, I've
theories
never
because
let
Watching
go
all
of the
two
whole
is very
has.
hard and complicated.
right. I watch theories just for fun. I am curious how his brain works. His videos are interesting because I am curious how he would figure things out and everything.
Yeah, a
Could
lot
he
of
be
videos just
wrong?
teach you new concepts and new something you didn't think about before.
Exactly.
Mm,
That's why I like style theory because I'm like, oh, I didn't
I-
think about that.
That's what
That's
separates.
interesting.
That's what separates YouTubers from legendary YouTubers. Their originality.
There we
I'm
go.
just-
Well, I mean, Matt Pat makes theories on stuff that already exists. I don't know if I
Oh,
would go as
what
far
is-
to say that is technically originality. That's like being like, oh yes, I'm doing a character analysis on things. I'm so original, guys. I'm so original of this pre-existing thing. That's not technical originality. Technical.
At least he's doing something
I don't know.
different.
I don't know. We make videos with existing programs with existing concepts in real life.
Hey, guess what? There are other bunch of
yeah,
reviewers.
but we're
We
not.
guys
We're not.
are original.
But like we're not being like, but we're not making we're not having like AFMAO characters be the main characters, and we're not using pre-existing characters. We're still remixing.
That's true. It's not derivative works, but I still feel like there's a way
Yeah.
to be original within that.
I mean,
within that
yeah,
realm.
I'm just saying it's not 100% original because you're still deriving your theory off of something
What
pre-existing.
One was
Because you
saying was
can't
originality
theorize.
of ideas and concepts, not of the subject
But
matter.
even then, to be fair, when it comes to Matt Pat does take some of his theories off of like something like Reddit or something like that, or maybe Reddit will bring up a theory on something like
But she will always list in sources or
Yeah.
reference the actual video itself.
yeah, but it's like,
Okay.
oh,
And we'll
So
check
he
for
picked-
himself. And we'll check for
I mean-
himself about them.
I mean, to be fair, that's not really, but I mean, that's also not really original theory. If you're getting the idea off of like this, it could be a parallel of this, and then you hear some of the evidence and the theory that someone lists online, and then you look into it yourself, which is not
Okay,
really
but maybe he wants to share that theory, Aiden. Like,
okay, but then you're not making original theory. I'm just
It's the
saying.
same idea as quoting like a scientific article or something, then trying to replicate the experiment for yourself and see if the results actually match or not.
yes, exactly.
I don't know. I just look okay. Matt,
Also, this is not real Rubik's Cube. It's actually just like a stress thing.
Ah.
I was saying that because one typed in private chat again.
I thought
Look, okay. I have just been burned by Matt Pat a handful of times with some of his theories and in general because like he has completely missed the point of something or has completely said something that goes against what a whole fandom thinks that he's trying to appeal to. So
Maybe
look
because-
again, some of his theories feel like they're made just because something is popular. It's like, oh, this thing's getting views, therefore I need to make a theory about it, even if that theory is completely off the mark. And then like there's tons of evidence against it. I'm still gonna make this theory, use the name of it, use its tags, reference it, put some of the characters in the thumbnail. Even if everyone hates it. Even if everyone in that fandom hates it, you know, there would still be impressionable
Are
children.
you talking about like
who are-
Goku's or Paw Patrol? Because it was just interesting. I'll say I didn't really.
Well,
And also because his son watches that as well. Was in his
Yeah.
head. Also, by the way, everyone wears socks, so we still have some
Yeah.
universal stuff.
oh
in there.
no, and this isn't just about. I'm not referring to really technically style theory here. I'm referring to more or less film theory and game theory, which, again, a lot of it kind of feels like it's more or less derived off what's popular rather than something he wants to talk about.
39. That would
But
be
like-
amazing. Not gonna
but
lie.
like,
But
I'm,
I understand.
like-
I understand why that's not the case.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's just taking it in a different direction, just for
but
fun.
the thing with the YouTuber conundrum is you have stuff that's popular and stuff you like. Sometimes there's overlap. That is the
Yeah.
case sometimes. But sometimes there isn't overlap. And sometimes something you like and something you really want to do isn't popular. And something that is popular that a lot of
It's
people
not
know
something
about.
we
would
like.
get
Yes,
views.
we understand that.
You know, and that's
Mhm.
where I feel like Mad Pat crosses into sometimes, where he'll talk about something he knows little to nothing about, or little to nothing he cares about, but he'll make it just because it'll get me views and simply pay the bills. Which, yes, you need to pay bills, but at the same time, it
And
ends
your
up
company with all these people.
But like,
of
but
work.
it also kind of feels not genuine because in the videos he still comes off like everything he talks about he cares about. He never really actively acknowledges constantly, hey, this thing I don't really care about that much.
Would you
but
prefer if he did it that way? You just said, hey,
I
this is
don't
what I don't
know.
care
It-
about.
It's just some.
Hey guys, Aiden just wants Mappa to be honest
Is it-
in his videos from now on, apparently.
Oh no,
Let me make a theory
honesty.
about the amazing digital circus. Disclaimer: I don't like it.
Not. Oh my god,
Oh,
guys!
I hate-
Seriously.
He murders
Oh.
y'all so much, guys, but I'm gonna make a theory anyways because that's a popular thing. Oh, hey guys, I actually do not like FNAF anymore. I'm just.
Are you guys
really-
done?
I don't
do-
know.
I
We've been
do
talking about this for
disagree.
ages. I want to get back to the video. Are you
No,
done?
I'm just trying to finish my point. Is what I'm saying though is it crosses a line between like because a lot of people don't have the cognitive function like no a lot of people
Self-awareness.
a lot of people don't have the self-awareness to realize that YouTubers sometimes put on a front. So they think, oh, Matt Pass talking about this, therefore he must like it.
So you're
and
acting
it-
on their behalf.
Well, again, when he makes videos on FNAF, which has a primarily child audience,
He clearly cares about FNAF, otherwise he wouldn't put himself through all that stress.
but other
yeah.
things
Or in the
that a lot-
movie.
He's in the movie.
Yeah, and a lot of other things. I'm just saying, when it crosses into a area where it's like you're not you, it annoys me. Where like people, it's like you're not you yourself anymore. You're just a YouTuber persona.
Yeah,
Or
but
like
keep
that's
in mind that the Game Theorist channel doesn't just consist of MatPat. It consists
yeah.
of
And that
Other
is
people.
on a team. MatPat is just like the.
You know what? You're right. I'm an idiot. Are you done?
I don't know. Are you?
Jeez.
We've been on this point for way
I'm
too
just
long.
trying to talk, and you guys.
You've succeeded at talking. In fact, if anything, you've interrupted
You're
this
right.
entire flow of this to have a whole rant about MatPat when the video's about Gacha Life 2. We've been very patient up until now, trying to get through this point
I'm just.
and not try to like cut you off.
You
your
guys
wings.
are missing my point half the time, and it's frustrating me.
We're really not. You're repeating your point several
I'm
times.
trying.
Yeah.
We just don't agree with it sometimes.
I'm
Not to say
just-
we miss it.
I'm just trying to talk for 5 minutes, and you guys are missing my point, making me seem like an idiot.
It's
And
been
it's
way
We're
more
not
than
making
five.
you an idiot. We're just giving you
No,
information.
it's fine. It's fine. I need a minute.
All right.
Okay, so all this time I've been waiting to actually put this comment on the screen because there's a new person in here. Lyrics in the sky.
Per person.
This video is a relief. I thought I was going crazy. That it was just me feeling these frustrations with Looney.
Crazy?
Been around since Gacha Studio. Yeah, this is what you were saying in the private chat, wasn't it? Since Gacha Studio, I miss when you were allowed to critique the games.
Yes.
I mean, I say that's interesting because like I wasn't around in Gacha Studio, so I'm wondering because what do people say about if you're still here and you didn't get bored with that whole MatPat discussion? If you're still here, what did people say about the newer games when they came out, like Gachaverse or even Gacha Life for that matter? Was it similar to what was experienced now with Gacha Club, or is it just a case of people is like, this is the thing. I'm not a fan of the chibi style. That was the new version from Gachaverse versus the Gacha Studio one, or I don't know.
I
Is that
was
the extent of
around
it?
in the time of Gacha Studio. However, I think I just discovered Gacha Studio in the time that Gacha Life was being released. So I was around that time. So I don't think I can have a voice much in this because, you know, I'm not really a true OG. I'm more of like a true like Gacha Life OG, I'd argue.
I'm like
okay.
half a Gacha
Okay, the
Club
person is still
OG.
here. Okay. I didn't even scroll down the chat because I wasn't even trying to psych myself up for other comments if I couldn't get round
No
to them.
offense, but it's been longer than 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, another thing they also said was I feel like all the YouTubers with the AI voices are under one company or something. Just how similar channels are in the videos.
Okay,
Do you think-
actually.
Here, hold on. Before you start, KW. Ironically, there is a video from MatPat talking about this exact thing.
I want to watch that one now. I haven't seen that one
Okay,
yet.
go ahead, KW. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I hate Gacha tubers with AI voices. It does not make your video good. I am sorry. It's just maybe it's just sound sensory for me. It's just when they hit certain pitches stuff, it's just bother me. It makes me want to click off the video immediately and just makes my body like go in a tight ball or whatever. Just that's how much I hate the AI voices when gacha tubers use it and everything. Like, actually I would actually even because I know for a fact Instagram has that new like I don't know if it's AI voice or just like text to speech thing on there. So when people use it on their reels, I just immediately scroll it because I'm like, no, I cannot handle that. No, it's too pitchy. It's too annoying.
From it either being overused or just not sounding human enough to the point where it makes you feel uncomfortable.
It doesn't sound human at all. It just makes I just don't like it. I just immediately scroll through it. It's just like
putting myself into the perspective of like a gacha tuber like this who would have a text to speech, I can think of it for one of two reasons. The first reason being like they saw other gacha tubers doing it, so they're just hopping on the bandwagon because this is quote what gacha tubers do. And the second thing if you're the original, I would assume that you'd want a text to speech voice to sort of extend your audience if they have, other issues. Hence why I have subtitles. If they have like visual issues or hearing issues, and they can look at the subtitles to see what's going on.
Okay, use subtitles. I'm all for subtitles, but
yeah, but this video here has subtitles and a voice attached to it, which I do like about gacha. Like I do like about that gacha thing, but it's still AI can still sound like really uncomfortable to hear. But at least they're trying to appease to more than just a single audience.
Yeah,
that's my argument.
Yeah. No, like your argument is fine and everything. Yeah, I do not like AI.
I'm not disagreeing with you, KW. I'm just like trying to see where they were coming from.
Yeah, no. That's why I haven't said, "Oh, I think you're wrong" or anything like that. Blah blah blah. I see your points, so don't worry.
I made the mistake of calling it an argument. It's not really an argument. I'm just pointing out what I would be doing if I were them.
Right. Wait.
Yeah. I suppose if using your own voice is not an option for some people, or they just don't want to consider that, then if they think the problem is, of course, if they source them all from like the same place, then it does end up sounding like the same thing. It's not like the TikTok voice that everyone knows. If there were more of them, it'd be a little bit more variation. Okay, so
people were excited.
Yeah,
go ahead.
To me. People were excited. I remember when Gacha Club came out, the opinions were mixed. Yeah, I was talking about more so like the early stuff. So I remember Gacha Club particularly.
Right.
Me too.
Were mixed on private chat again. Some of the features, and similarly, people said how hard Gacha Club is. Yes, that was again you weren't here for the start of the stream, but yeah, every person who has been arguing, for Gacha Life 2 has said more or less that. I feel since 2020 the communities have become incredibly toxic. It was toxic before that.
I've noticed that too.
It was toxic way before. It was toxic when I joined in late 2018.
Yeah, there was a lot more no content.
Oh god.
Yes. Okay, fine. But I guess it was toxic in a different way. I guess the defense around Luname. Admittedly, the servers and such and stuff are like areas that I tend to stay away from, mostly because I wasn't like that interested in that part of the process, and also because as I guess Jay sort of desensitized me, because Jay at one point was making references to stuff that happened in the servers, and I've just every time that happened and was like, well, this is not going to make sense for anyone like applying universally. So I stayed away from that just so that was an example of why that doesn't work as a whole as a video. And then I just got used to it because also I chose affinity neutral, that whole thing being incredibly pointless, and nothing really like grabbed me at the time. So admittedly, that's why I've stayed away from that part. So maybe like I haven't got like the brunt of the server itself and how that's being handled. You would think
Gacha Club, but lost the files despite the fact you lost the files.
Yeah, we talked about that.
I was really upset about this. The fact that they gave us an update for Gacha Club and they added more glitches, and they added an inability to export properly and more ads. God, that is so much more annoying. And I think that the reason why they're not updating it is because they want you to move to Gacha Life 2. So they're trying to move you off of Gacha Club so that you can go to Gacha Life 2. But if you prefer to animate on Gacha Club the same way that people still wanted to animate on Gacha Life when Gacha Club was being released, this is really unfair to the people who still want to use Gacha Club.
Which is
I honestly
interesting you bring that up because that means that the whole argument of, oh well, if you don't like it, don't use it and go back to Gacha Club becomes more difficult, and no one's addressing that. I think the video was made 3 weeks ago, so they wouldn't have known about that happening. But but no one has made anything since, at least not on the search term that Aiden gave me. So.
And so many people have brought up this issue in Gacha Club, trying to get the company's attention, saying, "Hey, this is bugged." And they're just like, it feels like they're refusing to fix it, which is really annoying.
Yeah,
Looks like this guy said the same thing.
Honestly, I love Gacha Club's style more than Gacha Life 2 because Gacha Life 2 seems to be so much bright and colorful and everything, which is fine and all because people like being bright and colorful and everything. But for me,
but you don't, yeah.
Yeah,
simple is better, and that's literally okay. Like Amazing Digital
Less
Circus
is more, they say.
is a good example of that.
Yeah, I tried to make sure to have characters with light and dark colors for their outfits or whatever, but it's kind of harder for me now to do that with Gacha Life 2 being so much brighter. And so, because it's just, at least for me right now, I think
you could explore it a little bit more. It's not getting rid of any assets. Actually, what am I saying? I have tried to make more darker characters on Gacha Life 2, like the main characters from the Secrets of the Plexus, which are known for being much darker and less cutesy characters. And I have also found that they just don't have that same edginess to them. So I don't know why I'm disagreeing with you, KW. I literally feel the same way.
Yeah, it's just like there's no other. Gacha Club is perfect. If you need more assets, background important features, I don't feel an entire new game was necessary, but yeah. I think
now that you mention it, an update would have actually solved the issue with the mods and such, because then someone's like, oh well, the official game, the mods were created as a result of the game itself not updating in a long time. So actually, yeah, that would have been a perfect idea. Maybe if you want to add more complicated things like the custom poses, that I can see why that would need an entire new feature, because that's a lot of extra coding to do. So I guess a different game by that point makes sense. But just have imported backgrounds and I guess 800 assets, if you want to do that, then that would have worked in Gacha Club too.
Or even
or maybe the ability to import accessories would have been useful as well. It's just most of the mods consist of just different hands and different backgrounds, different props, that sort of thing. But that can easily be fixed with an update that can allow you to import these types of things, because clearly all of those things have been drawn. The mods have the people who created the mods have drawn these things. So they can draw these things, then they can be imported into Gacha Club, and this wouldn't have to be an issue.
Yeah. So again, I'm not saying Gacha Life 2 is a very bad game. It's not bad for character designs or anything like that so far. I've been still enjoying it, but right now it does have a whole lot of issues for me. I cannot start Komai Season 2 because of the delays. I cannot start a new project because of delays. And so I've been mostly focusing on the Zelda project right now because that's almost done. It's just right now it's taking a little bit long while because I accidentally wrote 2 really long scenes. And so I never done that before. So it is a part where I'm trying not to procrastinate, but sometimes at the same time I am, just because I'm I don't really want to do this long scene, but it needs to be done. I've been trying to figure out how to get in that mode, right, okay, get this long scene done, get all the dialogue done and everything like that. So
that's one of those things that comes with time, because again, it's exposure therapy. The long scenes in Mutant Girl are they're also the reason that the show takes so long nowadays, but they are a test of patience, and also the fact that most of them end up landing on me, which means that the shorter scenes go to the other editors, means I don't get a chance to do short scenes anymore. But that's a whole other issue, which is a thing with Mutant Girl in general.
Yeah, it's a fun challenge for me. It's really fun because it's something new, so it's a fun challenge for me. It's just
Of course, yeah. Also, can we talk about? Sorry, apologies for my paragraphs to this, but a lot of research on this topic.
It's okay.
That's some good points.
They're not that.
Points.
Yeah, they're not that long.
Hence why we're pinning them.
Yeah, they're not that long. That's the key thing here. Also, can we talk about our terrible landscape modes in Gacha Life 2? I would love to, but I have no access to it. So
yeah, I was about to say it depends if you're a mobile user or a Blue Sky user.
You're a Blue Sky user. You're a BlueStacks emulator user.
BlueStacks. Sorry.
You don't have. Then you don't
I don't use it. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's the animation studio. That's why you thought of that one.
I think it's a gorgeous game, but he could just add these features into Gacha stuff. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, also hello to Saibo.
Hi, Saibo.
Hello, Saibo.
Who is not a Gacha user, but is a real life friend of mine. So I'm guessing that is why this is coming in to offer support, which we stand. Okay.
Woo, support.
Oh,
hi, Mom. I'm on TV.
Hi, Mom. I'm on YouTube.
Wave to the camera, Saibo.
Honestly, that's what it feels like doing Walking Wednesday. Like when I happen to pass a school, when the kid's like coming out of it, and someone's like, "Where are you filming for YouTube?" Hi. It's like,
don't you worry that you'll walk past street names? And then
that's unavoidable.
Yeah, but like, won't your location get leaked?
Not if I don't go past the same streets or go past streets that are next to where I live, which I have not done.
That was something that was like floating in the back of my head, and I was curious how you were sidestepping.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's why I change locations so often to throw people off the set.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Promise static animated poses in this next time. It's important people using
to
make videos. Except now it's saying,
totally agree.
The update will not have the new features, it will just have the assets, which is what it's said at the beginning, I think.
I'm telling you, it's gonna have like 780 backgrounds, 10 animated 19 animated mouths, and 1 default static pose.
Which again I would be fine with. That's all I need.
Yeah, well,
I'm glad someone likes walking Wednesday.
I do. They're really interesting.
I use them for background noise. I hope that's okay.
That would mean, yeah. I mean, I get watch time from them, and I'm sure that certain ads will play. So why not? And you're still listening in because it's a background noise. You still like internalize some of it. Yeah, you don't have to necessarily watch me staring at that. Ironically enough, that's actually another thing that we said before that Aiden might use like a book theory channel or review thing to instead of to actually bring the thing. That's exactly what he does with Walking Wednesday. Well, actually no, because this is like when he asked you it's like, I don't want to watch a video about this. I want my question to be answered and nothing else. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what is Walking Wednesday. If I have a catchy enough title on Walking Wednesday, he will ask me about the thing in question in Discord. When I could just watch the video and find out. But yeah, with Walking Wednesday, I can understand it a little bit more. With a book, at least I'd be entertained by it. Anyway.
But no, I got really entertained when you were talking about the Ponies review. I was like, oh, this is going to be an interesting review. I want to hear about this. And just like listen to it. Like,
guys.
It's all right. Play Fight sucks.
Gacha Life 2 is hard to use. I struggle even using it. Like, keep in mind, his general game audience is 15 and below. How's a child supposed to figure out how to make a simple OC, let alone poses?
That's hours and hours of down.
That's one of the things. That's one of the things. It does come with time. That's like the one argument people actually are being like debunking in these videos is the fact that was the same issue with Gacha Club, and then because we went over that a little bit before you joined actually, but yeah, like Gacha Club, same issue applied. Even though it was less extreme, every version updated since Gacha Life has been more extreme versions of that. But
ages 10 and up can use like Gacha Club and other Gacha stuff very well.
One of our friends actually is a Minecraft animator who's been honing his craft for like a long time. And I was actually going to say William because he was here before. So I thought you said Emily for some reason. Yeah, William, exactly.
Sorry, I said William.
Yeah. And William is actually fitting. I'm not gonna say like how old he is because I'm not Sniper Wolf. I don't dox people. So
oh my god, telling my friend about that.
Yeah. So I will but yeah, he is relatively young, and yeah, he's been doing that for years since he was very small. That's my point.
No, that was so funny. Now I was like stuck into dream about Cyber Wolf, and I can't believe you brought that up today too. That's great.
It's like the first time I've done that.
Watching your stream in full resolution, me too, and it's still pixels.
I'm surprised that anyone can see this at full resolution because Restream seems to be notoriously bad with that.
Exactly.
I need to, like,
Fine.
yeah,
He doesn't look pixelated for me.
I might switch to
Well,
StreamYard.
you're
Are you watching
on Restream on YouTube? It doesn't look very good.
Exactly. There we go. I was gonna say, yeah, I might try and switch to StreamYard at some point because which is Restream's main rival if they don't fix that. To be honest.
Main rival. Get ready to rumble.
I've been on Gacha Club and Gacha Life. Even I could figure out within a day. Maybe it takes me an hour now to figure out the coloring and copy pasting. At least you can copy paste. As a BlueStacks user, I can't even do that. I'd be fine if it was able to copy and paste. I spent a lot today working on swimming poses, where I had to like individually type out the numbers to go through them again. Because I was issue with like Aiden's improved import mode. I ran into some problems trying to implement that, so I went back to the old version.
It's good I can finally use curly hair for my suit. That's kind of ironic considering I felt like that was an issue with without that. I felt like Gacha Life 2 was missing. I felt like it could use a lot more curly hair, specifically like natural curly hair, rear hair and back hair. Because it like a lot of OCs I wish could have curly hair. Like I was originally gonna have Niall have curly hair, but that just didn't work out because
curly hair. I mean, no, interesting curly hair.
It didn't really work because like it doesn't really exist in the way that I want it to.
I just love like the awkward pause and there's like, do I make a joke? Nah, it's past now. Yeah, okay, back to what I was saying.
Come on, it's old at this point.
Yeah. You ever enjoy the Halloween? Did you do anything nice? I reviewed Halloween Gachas. Anyway.
I went to see the FNAF movie as my OC from Secrets of Plex.
It's just a dead team.
It's a struggle. Yeah, there is a reason that I keep my hair short. I can understand that.
And I got a haircut yesterday. I'm so glad it's so short now. Oh.
Which, by the way, Bond, as someone who recently redesigned my Gacha OC to like match like my hair more accurately, the reason it was done like that before is because I happen to have just had a haircut when I made it. Which is why that's what my hair looks like when it's like incredibly short. And I've just had a haircut, so this is like after a bit. So yeah, kind of make me IRL having only one or two hairs to pick from. Yeah, and I'm sure that's even with the hairs being adjustable now, I can see that still being a problem. I don't know. The only person I've seen much to pull that off is Starburst, but Starburst is more of like Afro combined with 60s hippie, if anything. Which is a weird combination, but anyway. It does, snappy. Yeah. It does. Like Starburst pulls it off, don't get me wrong, but yeah. Anyway. Okay. So let's see. Well, the other thing that I wanted to do was actually cover some of the videos that did actually say, oh yeah, Gacha Life 2 was terrible or something like that. Just like see the other side if people are taking out of proportion, or if like everything we've said so far has been warranted for the sake of balance. Also,
I've actually seen Valentine's video, and that's what notified me of the realization that there still is a lack of natural curly hair. I'm pretty sure Valentine was the one too.
Okay. Well, looking at this design now, I can see why. So let's go ahead and
it's still a beautiful design.
I just feel
hello everyone.
As
you've probably noticed, Gacha Life 2 has finally been released on iOS devices. And as happy as I am,
it's actually moving. It's actually like
because
it's undulating.
That's why this hair is not like actually part of the game. They drew this.
Oh, okay.
Also, I can vibe with this AI voice.
Again, it's a different one. Yeah, it's not an AI baby.
I noticed that there are just a few problems with this new Gacha game. So without further,
look at that cute little shirt logo that they have. Come on, why wouldn't you want that? It's so adorable.
Spoopy Ghost.
You're a
But
dude.
it's adorable.
Here are all the things I hate about
Spoopy Ghost that shrinks down mysteriously and grows back again.
Gacha Life 2. Number 1. No unisex option for shirts. I'm still a bit sad.
Yeah.
There are no male and female versions for all the shirts we have.
I mean, there kind of are for a few of them, but
Well,
some
for a
of
few
them,
of them,
not
but
so
I
much.
think she's talking about all of them.
Yeah.
In
Okay, that's
general.
why for all the shirts, which is not what unisex means. In fact, it's the direct opposite of what unisex means. But anyway.
You can see what they
I can't
mean.
tell you how
Hmm.
many times I've had to edit out the chest of a shirt I like just because there was no male option for it. Especially for this sweater specifically. I really hope this will be remedied in future updates.
Yeah, so those are some.
Well,
of the
that's
examples
not
we've done.
happening.
But some of them actually do have like they're like the version without the chest on top of the other version. So it's like the first 2 rows. This is what I found. But yeah, again, like I said before, not everyone. But this is feels like more of
Yeah.
like with Gacha in general. It's not as I like to say it's like I hate about Gacha 2 specifically. It's more like this is a thing that they should have included in Gacha Life 2, or even some of the other ones just didn't.
I think what you could have done is where you could add a chest or not to the shirts. Like there should be like option like, chest, no chest,
Yeah.
chest, yeah,
Ooh,
something like
that's
that.
a good idea. That's a good idea.
Sometimes
Yeah.
that can look a bit scuffed because like the chest requires like a little bit like excess coming off the side of the chest. So that might look
Yeah.
a bit scuffed as it's not filled in.
Yeah, true, but I mean, at
Unless
least
they just made like one non-adjustable option and actually did account for that, and just like made 2 different drawn versions that were like alternates potentially, which would probably delay the game by another month or so. But we digress. Okay. Oh look, Aiden's back. Hello.
I'm back. Sorry about earlier. I got frustrated that I shouldn't have.
All right.
But I don't do well, especially when people make jokes when I'm trying to make a serious point. Like there are times where I'm joking around. There are also times where I'm actually trying to make a serious point, and I don't really do well when people make jokes when I do that. Because serious Aiden is actually different, and there's a reason I'm not serious Aiden ever. Because, God, I don't know. This is one thing just in real life I kind of get where people are like, "Oh, Aiden, stop joking around." It's like, what? Would you rather me be serious? I mean, I can be, but then you guys,
then people stop joking around.
Yeah, not you guys, but people in real life, which I feel like people fail to remember. If I'm serious, serious Aiden will give serious philosophical points, and I don't think people are prepared to handle that constantly.
Besides, we got enough serious people.
Yeah. Anyways.
We certainly weren't accounting for that happening in the middle of a Gacha Life 2 stream.
Yeah, sorry. And I do know I get carried away. I do know that. I just sometimes.
Yeah, the other problem was that we weren't even ever able to get words in for some of that time, actually. Especially Con, who was typing in private chat, trying desperately to think of something, while the actual YouTube chats, I was trying to address the comment that was coming in from a new person. I didn't want to scare them away.
Yeah, sorry about that. All
right.
Yeah, sorry. Anyways.
Luckily that didn't happen. They're still here.
Yeah.
Gacha Life 2 coming out with Importable Backgrounds coming January 2027.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, we laugh about that. Wait until that actually happens.
Oh no, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm honestly have the fear right now that Luname is just gonna abandon the game at a certain point. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like
that would be
Luname is
terrible for all the reasons we discussed.
Because if Luname decides to disappear again, and then it's like, you know what, I'm gonna disappear for a bit and just lets the game coast, I'm going to be upset. I'm like, seriously? Half the features aren't even in.
That'd be a terrible thing for the business, because again, remember we said before about all the reasons like the rise of competition. This is the time where like Luname, the company and the person, have to take action and keep people interested and invested. And they're not doing so well so far with like the whole 800 assets thing, but oh well, we'll see what happens tomorrow.
I mean, it's kind of cool they're trying to do 800 assets, but at the same time, I prefer game functionality over assets. Like, honestly, I'm fine with our current amount of assets if we get the functionality.
Yeah, we said that like right at the beginning of the stream, but it still remains true.
Or work smarter and not harder and slowly add the assets. Like, focus on game functionality, but instead, right, for this update, maybe at 100 assets total, and then focus maybe on a certain area like hands or something, because that way you have to only worry about the bugs with the hands versus the bugs with a wide array of things. That way, you can get all the functionality and slowly add in assets. But yeah.
Okay. Lyrics in the Sky. We actually did mention before. We also mentioned Toka Life World, and I think something. Oh, and also the Gacha Club mods that were emerging, and the fact that there's terms and conditions thing now in Gacha Life 2 where it says you can't make mods of that game. It's all in response to the rise of all these different forms of competition, not just Humation, but probably Humation especially.
Yeah, Humation mods, potential other games that may steal the spotlight.
Toka Life World is in danger of becoming what Gacha used to be. Which Gacha used to be much more popular,
maybe,
so there you go.
But I don't know. Toka Life World also seems a lot simpler. I haven't seen much of it, but I don't know if anyone's made any fully fleshed out stories in Toka Life World.
They haven't yet. That was actually a market I was gonna attempt to corner after that video, but then didn't have time to do so. I was like, I had the whole thing planned out. That's why I was like doing like the whole preparation with like Cyber Granny and stuff. I was actually going to release like the part 2 of that way sooner when I first like I was with my cousin, and then work that way through and like demonstrate. Okay, this is what I meant by all of these things, and deliver on that. But yeah,
do you think they're gonna add more logos into the game, or they're gonna stick with the same amount of logos?
I don't know. Maybe that's the thing. 770 to 70 backgrounds. 10 mouths, 10 logos.
I feel like
starting to sound like 12 Days of Christmas.
Yeah, I feel
also people
wait, you know what? That's what Luname should do. Like the 12 days of Christmas and or like the 12 days of Gacha updates. Wherever for 12 days he just spreads out a single update where like each update you have new assets in every day for 12 days. And it's like during December.
Every day is a little bit much, but maybe a little bit more.
I'm saying during
maybe
the 12
every
days
week or something. But I do
during
understand where you're coming from. How it could be like specialized to a specific portion of the game per update. That way they could work out the bugs on that thing and then move on to the next thing. However, if they were releasing like the rough version of the game, I feel like that they should release it with the stuff that they said that they were going to bring, like all the new stuff. And then focus on one thing instead of having to try and do it all at once. I think that they've that this company has bitten off a little bit more than they could chew at the moment, and now the Gacha community is retaliating.
I feel like if they expanded their team, maybe it would help. Like if they had more workers, maybe it'd be easier. But I don't know.
Maybe they need to get the initial rise of money from the ads from Gacha Life 2 in order to expand the company, if that was even a decision.
Yeah, I hate. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say I hate this. I saw that the new person, the Sky, said, "Yeah, I also also people love to argue that if you are complaining, then make a game yourself." I hate this so much. I hate people like just make your game yourself if you don't like the game. I'm like,
I don't have the funds for that. I don't know how to do that.
It's like I cannot have anything to say. Like if I don't like the game. I just don't like the game in general. If I say it's buggy, then it's gonna be buggy. I am gonna say it's buggy. Security breach was buggy as hell. I had to restart my whole entire game.
You can make that argument for like anything. A book, a film, honestly, a meal. Anything that someone makes and you have like some opinions on. That's fine, your opinions are still your own. You can still say them. As long as you're like not sending death threats like some people were apparently from one of those comments. Like don't take it too far. But you don't have to be an expert at something in order to actually bear an opinion on it. In fact, actually, Gacha Review, the fact that I even did Gacha in the first place before starting the review series was already the gimmick of Gacha Review, because there were some people who were already like reacting to gachas and stuff, but none of them actually made the content themselves and therefore knew the intricacies of the app and things like that. And that's where I came in. That was another attempt to corner market. Didn't work out exponentially, but it became what it is today. So I'd say that's something. Yeah.
I am going to criticize the game.
I will say when people bring up the death threat things, like I get it. Like sometimes people on pretty much every issue or anything,
There's always extremists.
both
Yeah.
sides. There's always at least one
Unfortunately.
person on either side that gives death threats. But I mean, that doesn't necessarily always have to invalidate both sides. But I feel like sometimes people bring that up, being like, "Well, this side gave death threats." Part of the Steven Universe fandom gave death threats to someone. Therefore, the fandom is all bad and there's no value in it. It's like that's not how that works.
No,
like,
that's not-
they're bad eggs.
It's called tunneling. It's a very annoying tendency that people have, where they just see it one way and then refuse to see it any other, despite what is being displayed.
Like,
I remember
oh my god,
Gacha is a
my
very good
idea.
example of that, where it's given a bad rap sometimes based on the like the heat and stuff that happened, and that's all the people see about it, and they fail to see the amazing stuff that comes from
That's like what happened with like My Hero Academia, for example. Like, people hate My Hero Academia just because of the fandom. And I was like, just ignore the fandom, enjoy the anime on your own. Just ignore the fandom. I have, and I enjoyed the series.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, I know technically that's an anime, but I've just meant a show in general. Like people will say, "Oh, I hate this show. I hate this movie because of the fandom."
any community based around anything. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just one of those examples, because I have seen people like talking about, "Oh, we hate My Hero Academia just because."
Oh, Bon has to go. All right, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to say a quick goodbye. I didn't want to interrupt the conversation.
No, it's okay. It's
All
okay.
right then.
See you guys later. Have a good
Bye-bye.
night.
See you later.
Yeah, I just noticed it was most commonly with like My Hero Academia in general. It's like, "Oh, we hate the show because of the fandom." Like, just ignore the fandom then. Enjoy the show. Ignore the fandom. I'm not part of the fandom.
Or if you want to engage in fandom, if that's part of your enjoyment of a show, start a discourse that ends up being more positive.
Yeah. I mean, I think when it comes to liking something, I think one of the funnest parts isn't the fandom. Like, honestly, like, I really enjoy the fandom of things, and like, I honestly think that's probably some of the best parts. Yes, some people in fandoms are crazy and some are bad, but like, I think there's a lot of good in a fandom.
Oh yeah,
and that's very important.
Yeah,
I just meant the bad part of the fandom. That's what I mean. Not
of course, yeah.
fandom.
Of course, yeah. I mean, people know this if you've seen my recent streams. I mean, or just my content in general. I'm a pretty big fan of Harry Potter. Don't interact with Drarry shippers.
Oh,
apart from
no,
that one
the
time you do like a
Draco
Rosie
Harry-
Closey video. Yeah.
Oh, did you know Rosie Closey took down all her Harry Potter videos?
Yes, I did know that, and that's unfortunate because I was planning to review all of those. I wanted to see.
Yeah. Okay. So Rosie Closey got popular off Drarry shipping and Drarry themed Harry Potter Gacha videos. That's what Rosie Closey got popular off of. And then she expanded onto her own non-voice acted mini movies, and then she expanded into voice acting. So it's kind of just how it went with her. But yeah, but now they're not on her channel anymore. Which, I mean, hey, I kind of get it, because honestly, sometimes you want people to be drawn to your videos because of the original stuff, not because of fandom stuff. Because like, look, okay,
it
I
might
like
also be because that stuff was made before the J.K. Rowling controversies really like came to light. So maybe afterwards consider like, I don't want to engage in this anymore. That could be it too.
Oh my god, I hate when people were trying to like hate on people who were playing like the new Harry Potter game just because of the author. I'm just like, really, guys, really?
I mean, I get it, but I also do think, I don't know, it's complicated. I mean, but
of course, it's not a simple answer. That's the thing. People have been dealing with that for like the last 3 years now.
Honestly, I just kind of feel like people at a certain point should try to find other fandoms to mostly engage in. Not saying Harry Potter's completely should unengage with, but like, some of the Harry Potter stuff. I don't know. Harry Potter just, I feel like, it's complicated. Everything's complicated. Harry Potter. I don't know.
I asked myself for a bit, but then again, it's one of those things that was like so instrumental to me in ways that I have not even begun to describe to either of you.
Yeah.
Like I guess there's the trivia games and stuff aside, but I mean, honestly, I could go on for a long time. But then again, the stream is long enough already, so I won't bore you with that for right now. But yeah,
No, that's like,
but yes, so like that's one of the things. Like, so I think first thing that's the big fandom that I properly engaged with before AFMAO.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's
you know
that's
what's
that's fine for
ironic
me,
though?
but-
You know what's ironic with Harry Potter though? The fandom is mostly fine. And the book
Yeah, the
series
creator
and
isn't,
movies
yeah.
are mostly fine. The creators, the
Right.
problem. Ironically, it's like, oh my god.
Right. Yeah, no, that's
Like, yeah. But honestly, I don't know. For me, I always kind of got the vibe that Harry Potter was mildly overhyped. Not saying it's bad. It's just like, I don't know. Harry as protagonist doesn't seem that very interesting.
Oh my god, you should check out my Blood Talk
And he
episode of
seems
Harry
very
Potter.
archetypal.
I mean,
of,
you had
the
like
chosen
one major
one.
complaint about him, honestly, KW. You said he was too
Yeah.
stubborn, which I do admit that's one of his character flaws. But as far as anything else goes, you don't really say anything too negative about him, really.
I don't know. That's one of the-
It's the reason why I only went for the 2 stubbornness. It's just, I think it's just because every time I see him being so stubborn, I just want to throw the big book away. It was just like,
as a protagonist, I just don't think Harry honestly isn't my favorite protagonist out of all of them. Like, there's a lot of stories where the protagonist is on the weaker side, but I don't know. Harry just seems like one of the weakest parts of Harry Potter as a whole, in my opinion.
like here's the thing: it's okay for a protagonist to be stubborn. It's just he's over full of stubbornness. Like there's too much of it. I feel like it should have been dialed back. Whereas, like, yes, he's still stubborn, but it's not too much of it where you can't take it anymore.
Yeah,
like,
I think everyone has that issue really within it to some degree in the wizarding world.
Yeah,
Which is part of the conflict. I guess that might be why he had to develop that way. But of course, because like we're in his head during the books, his eternal thoughts are everything that we're exposed to. So therefore, it stands out a lot more. I think a lot of like main protagonists now that sort of do something similar and have the same like good qualities and the altruistic sides and the impulsivity to do good are inspired by him in some way. So that part doesn't stand out to us as much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wrote Amiya to be a little bit stubborn since she keeps saying she wants to leave the city.
Exactly. It's like, just get out of there. You have 4 days. What are you still doing here? You just met these people. Who cares?
I mean, yeah, you know. Yes.
Yeah, but I think that's just sort of like because she doesn't want to hurt people's feelings. Just like, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I really got to go leave the city, guys. don't want to die.
Oh my goodness.
And then she died. The end.
Oh, geez, thanks for the spoiler, Aiden.
What do you mean?
God.
What spoiler? Okay, KW. If I do say it, if JKW, don't confirm anything. I don't know what I'm talking about at the time. People won't take it seriously if I say it a lot of the time. So just don't say anything to it. Just be like, oh God.
Okay,
so
that's actually a thing that we do sometimes. Like Ed and I will go through or sometimes like throw like a thing like, oh yeah, like they're like this person dies in the mutant girl or whatever, like blah blah, just like random things.
This
Or
person
say, oh, this
dies.
person
Raina gets kidnapped.
Yeah, well, like we'll throw in like an
Rowena
actual
gets
fact in
pregnant.
there.
Like you know, a bunch of dumb stuff that isn't gonna happen. But then you have like the 1 or 2 thing that does actually happen. And it's like you don't actually pick up on it because you're like, oh, you already listed a few ridiculous things, and that thing that does happen sounds kind of ridiculous. So it's probably one of the ridiculous things as well.
I look forward I look forward to the
tired.
day when I look forward to the day when someone goes back through our old streams and realizes that we've like dropped like one particular hint or something, and then that becomes like a short on the channel. It's like, oh my goodness, this is.
So, I think the reason why is just because right now I'm really tired, so all things just going.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. Yeah, we'll wrap this video up. But there's gonna be like I could have gone to like the 40-minute comprehensive dive that someone else did, but to be honest, again, how long
I feel like we've said our piece.
2.5 hours. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Moral of the story: the Gacha community should burn. Just
I tell
kidding.
you what, lyrics to the sky. You just described about 90% of Kitchen Nightmares episodes in that one sentence right there.
Oh god, don't want my kitchen nightmares. Oh no.
I don't even know what that is. Is that like a cooking show?
It's
ish. It's a show about people who cook rather than Yeah.
It's
Oh.
basically Gordon Ramsay going to different restaurants who needs help and everything. And
Oh,
he's basically-
it's Raw.
yeah.
That's actually from oh, what was it? That's from Hell's Kitchen. That's not
Yes.
from Kitchen Nightmares.
Yeah, but he
Oh,
does will like say the food like it's raw in the show too, but he doesn't yell it's raw. I don't think.
Yeah, like well, he yells at people when they yell at him because sometimes like the particular most of the time it's the owners or managers that will yell something about it because like they get defensive. He doesn't go like full Gordon Ramsay caricature that he sometimes is like asked to do. He doesn't go like where's the lamb sauce or anything like that. Not that version.
Oh my god!
But when yelled at, he's gonna yell back, of course.
The Amy's Bakery episode. Oh my god,
that's the most famous episode of the entire series.
Oh,
yes, Amy's Baking Company. Yeah.
Oh,
dang!
So
what happened?
Amy, the from Amy's Baking Company, used to like reply to like any bad like negative reviews online with essentially what we're saying here. If you don't make it yourself or something, that kind of thing.
She's saying that they're haters and that they don't understand good taste or anything like that.
Oh my god, you don't have good taste if you don't like my stuff.
I think she was the first lost cause. Gordon Ramsay actually walked out at the end of the episode.
Yeah. He could not help her at all because no matter what he tried to do, even like calmly, she would just get so defended. I'm like,
he's done that a few times, but that was the first time, I think.
Yeah, the very first time, I think.
Yeah.
At least on that show.
That's what's wonderful about Gacha. There's so many fans within the fan. That's good because Gacha itself is not just one thing. It's a medium. So yeah, you can have like many different things. I mean, for kind of others, there's like the Music Freaks fandom is like an entire subcategory all to itself.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
argue I'd argue that on a microscope, the FNAF community that has like an overlap with Gacha, like the Venn diagram there, that's a whole subcategory itself. I'd argue as well, like, I mean, if anything, the Butterverse actually has like a different side of like fandom than it does always, because some people will watch Butterverse content specifically, but then won't otherwise engage with Gacha.
Right.
Which, other than being a mild ego boost for us, is also a case of, we're just doing something that's slightly different.
We're not like the other gachas.
Oh yeah, I'm so awesome. Check out Fallen Angels. Like, it's the best show ever.
Oh my god, it's the best gacha show ever. I mean,
the Mutant Girl is so ridiculous, like a satire of like other gacha shows, and it exposes all the tropes, what they were, and it like does the opposite for reasons, blah blah.
Oh my god, have you heard the Mutant Girl? Oh my god, it's like such a best show ever. Like, oh my god, no flaws whatsoever. Yeah, totally.
Mutant
no
Girl
flaws.
is perfect. No one has ever complained about anything in the Mutant Girl, especially about Reina. No one's ever complained about her.
I have complaints about her for season 2.
Yeah.
As do most people. Yeah, you weren't there for around the time of like the major Reina hate, because that was when season 2 was like first airing, and that was like a whole Yes. So what you're picking up from that now, I guess, but I
didn't know it was that bad. Honestly.
It was bad, particularly because like the gaps between the episodes were starting to increase. So therefore, the resolution for Reina, like her learning from those mistakes that you probably think of when you think of her in season 2, that obviously hadn't been resolved yet. So therefore, that was like the impression people had for her for a long time. That was that was amazing. That took a toll on, particularly on me, because like that was like, oh my goodness, I've messed up because I wasn't supposed. She was meant to be in the wrong, but she's not meant to be unlikable. That was my bad.
She's not meant to be the devil. Even though I would argue she wasn't the devil, but she had her problems, but like not the devil.
Like, why would she work with the guy who kidnapped her? I'm just
Stockholm syndrome.
Because Stockholm syndrome, brainwashing, and also because Phoenix made sure to tell her like that, nothing else is gonna happen to like anyone else, and I'm not gonna like be doing anything.
You know what? We should have actually showed that scene. I don't think we actually showed that scene.
Well, I mean, we showed that the very moment that someone else got implicated.
Okay, yeah, but that was done through implications and through more subtly. We never actually get to see a scene. We never actually got a fully fleshed out flashback scene where it was established that that's what her perception was. Like, because
I
before the end of episode 11, we didn't know that was her perception.
episode 7 was sort of like was my attempt at that, where we started to see Felix actually, giving her like the half portions of his food so I wouldn't suspect anything, actually like letting her roam around, having a conversation about like his goals and motivations, and then afterwards actually, not even being tied, just sitting there while he does like the actual use of the actual mutation onto her in that moment while we've got the Morwen and Malwick like voiceover going on.
You know what would have helped though, if the mutant girl, and this is just a problem with the mutant girl as a whole. If the mutant girl itself had a lot more episodes, because that's something that the show unfortunately doesn't have. Like if the show had more episodes, it could be even more developed.
Now that I think about it, actually having a full episode just in the lab itself could have been an interesting idea. Like the Brian and Stu episode from Family Guy that everyone likes. That one. Yeah, something like that. Just two characters bouncing off each other. That could have been a good idea. Anyways.
I mean, hey, and it could also been done in like a montage scene where we got to see multiple days and like the days going on. It could have been done like we've seen multiple days and multiple moments and like and we get to, and that way, plus it would give a better passage of time because there was time that passed in season 2 with her being kidnapped. She was kidnapped for a decent period of time. Not like years, but I think it was like a month or 2. How long was she kidnapped canonically?
I don't know about that actually.
Was it? I thought it was a lot longer. I thought it was like a week or 2 at least. It was a bit.
It was definitely a week or 2. Yeah, but we never see determined like an exact amount. Also, because I was trying to be vague with dates by that point, because I had established that this when it actually took place, and then COVID hit after we'd written the season. So suddenly I was like, okay, I can't like develop this like for a long time. Like have a massive time jump. A lot of this has to be compressed. But yeah, that's the whole.
Again, I mean, nowadays we don't really focus on time periods as a whole anymore. I don't think any of our shows really focus on time. I mean, well, we know the time period.
Yeah, us as a writer, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, us as a writer know about time. Well, we don't care about the year itself.
Yeah, which is actually the same thing that My Street did, except for My Street tries to cover up that it has a particular year rather than we'll say of course it's taking place in a certain year. We're not going to deny that, but
But you don't want to say like the Pacific year.
Yeah. Let's say we won't be dropping any Poppy's Playtime references in Mutant Girl for some time.
Oh God.
Yeah.
No, let's not talk about Poppy Playtime.
Oh God, I hate the ending of chapter 2.
Oh
this
really?
Is not meant to be an actual
that
because we mentioned Poppy's Playtime before. That's why I was bringing it back. We have to end this live stream with watching the hater child, who's the hybrid unicorn fairy dust princess. That's probably like a separate thing. Honestly, Lyrics in the Sky, most Gacha review videos are not like this. Most of the time we pick a particular video or maybe like a couple of videos.
Yeah.
And then we just like dissect those ones like as a story, as an edited medium, like all those things.
This was a strange Gacha review, or technically.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was honestly it's closer to more like a chill stream with the concept of Gacha being a major part of it. I was talking about it.
This definition of just chatting on Twitch, which I think
I like how we were supposed to continue watching this video, but then it's like another 10 minutes of ranting about something else.
Okay, let's do that then.
Number 2, no importing hex codes.
Yeah, Ghosty mentioned this.
Is her hair animated?
All of this is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see a hex code space in the color customization screen.
Yeah, I hate how we can't import hex codes. That's so dumb.
Easily be able to import exact skin, hair, and clothes colors right from my drawing app. Imagine my disappointment when I clicked and clicked and clicked.
Yeah, you
could
copy the color,
wasn't
but
actually
interactive.
It feels a bit unnecessary to have a hex code if you can't insert your own colors.
Yeah, at least the pose things, if you can't copy paste on BlueStacks, you can at least type in there. That's you just know the button word is just not the paste part. In this case, the hex code is even worse.
But let me know if you guys find it useful in the comments.
I don't.
Number 3, no natural hairstyles.
I wouldn't go that far.
What do you
I
mean
thought-
no natural hairstyles?
Yeah, I was gonna say like
Okay,
some of them are
wait.
bizarre,
Okay,
admittedly,
wait.
but the other
I mean,
ones like they're not like
maybe
everything.
I don't know
Well,
because
like
I know.
all super
Okay,
stylized.
so just saying. So this is actually a complaint in the Gacha community where like there is some conversation around very specifically black hairstyles in the Gacha community because there aren't very hyper specific black communities. One is just hairstyles in general.
That's something I remember. Gacha Plus promised to add a bunch of those, but they use the
Yeah.
terms POC hairstyles because
Oh well,
that makes way
yeah.
more sense. Natural implies that all the other things are unnatural,
Well, yeah,
even if that is
yeah.
just you as the person. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it's just kind of a thing. Technically, they are adding very like black hairstyles specifically in the update, the next update, or whenever that comes out, because they have
Yeah.
teased that like I think Mintruto or that the blonde haired character we started watching at the very beginning of the stream made a whole video.
Right, yeah. Mint Ruto is actually a person who used to be on the Butter Bunch live chats and then came over to here sometimes.
No, not well the YouTuber person. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm saying the name right.
I
But
forgot
yeah,
the name.
basically she made a video talking about that, being like, hey, here's some new hairstyles that are being introduced.
Mika, that was it. Mika,
yeah.
Yeah.
So that is specifically going to be a thing eventually. Or like more of them. I don't think there's gonna be tons, but like there's a good handful. For what I know.
750 backgrounds, 10 POC hairstyles, 10
my
animated mouth.
You know, yes, 10. I think it's like 12 total. Like what, or like 12 or maybe 15. Like rear, back, and like ponytails, like a bunch of handful of each of them.
Wait, oh right. So you mean like not 12 or 15 in total? You mean 12 or 15 of each?
No, in total. Like just
okay.
spread across that. Yeah.
All right then.
This is by far my biggest gripe with Gacha Life 2. While I commend how far we've come in terms of curly hairstyles,
Yeah, see, you're saying curly.
Yeah.
now. That's a subcategory. You're not saying natural anymore. That was just a weird phrasing.
compared to older games like Gacha Studio, Gacha Life 2 is pretty lacking here. There are still no
I mean,
puff
all
options.
gacha games are, to be fair.
Well, you
It's
implied
mo-
there was more options in Gacha Studio because the way that was phrased. Hang on, let me go back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. How far? Well, I commend how. Oh right. Okay, sorry. That was because of the run-on sentence. Never mind. Okay.
In rear hair, ponytail, and now side hair selections. No braids or twists, and the fro options we have, honestly, are quite unattractive.
Yeah, that was I did plan
Yeah.
on that making my OC actually, but I went my short hair because again I just had a haircut and honestly why not?
Honestly, I kind of wish your character had more like curly or like puffy hair. I kind of wish.
Well, you're like Bond's version then.
I've seen
Compared-
Bond's, but I do feel like Bond kind of goes a little too far into the puffiness of the hair. Like it's a little too puffy, but like your current one is not puffy at all.
Yeah,
Like I
don't know
I
why-
think it should be more of a middle ground because like
I don't know
at least
why.
that's just my
Yeah,
opinion
I don't know why Bond
when it
made
comes
me
to
so, like,
designing.
I don't know
Yeah.
why Bond made it so a radioactive bird pooped on me, but other than that, I'm fine with the rest.
Oh
of it.
yeah, the green streak. I forgot about that part. That was weird.
Yeah, I've never once dyed my hair in my entire life. Never have I ever. That's gonna be
I
edited
have
at some
dyed my
point.
hair a lot, but you haven't.
I will use that in the future. Never have I ever. Definitely.
Yeah.
To how much
like-
shading and detail is in the other hair options. It's clear that the natural hair options we do have were not made with the same love and care that the others were.
I feel like that's probably jumping a stretch there because that feels like, oh yeah, every single other thing other than these specific ones that I care about more than other people do. Like, no,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
that's a little too far to say. Like, oh yeah,
I
we
don't
care about
don't necessarily
there.
think that's the case. I mean, I
Cool.
do think having more POC themed hair is great, but yeah, honestly, the main reason why I don't think there's a lot of it is because I'm pretty sure, like, I forget what Luna May is. I don't know if Luna May is white or Asian.
That might not matter necessarily unless you're implying
Yeah.
that Lume draws everything out himself and doesn't have anyone else on his team do it.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd have to probably get like a specialist, like someone who has that kind of hair texture, or like someone who knows how to draw that.
Not necessarily.
And draws
you can use
that-
references.
I don't know, because like I feel like you'd have to like get someone specialized in that department to get really effective. Because again, like this person here is talking about how how like they don't feel like there's enough love and care put into it, and that's
Yeah.
what I
Which
think. That's
actually
why I think
could be
you
a skill
probably need a
issue.
specialist.
Yeah. So if you're
That's
saying
why
that
I
they don't have
think
a
you need.
specialist and that no one on the team would actually match that description, then yeah, it could just be a skill issue. That's as in like, you know, they don't necessarily know how the best way to. They have looked up enough references or had
Yeah.
the right person, and therefore that's why. Not to say like necessarily you cared about less. I feel
And-
like people jump into that conclusion way too often. They feel
Yeah.
attacked on all fronts when it really is not the case.
And just as a whole, like in more recent times, the conversation around like black hair has really expanded. So that's why in a lot of media, you're seeing a lot more black hair representation when it comes on black people instead of just giving everyone straight hair. Like you have more styles of different styles of specifically like black in this case, you know. So that is just a thing in the modern day that's becoming more of a conversation that's influencing more stuff. So that's why I feel like it's more of a discussion here, which it would be less of discussion in like something like 2017 or 2018 or even 2019. Like 2021, 2022, 2023 is where it became more of a discussion when it comes to that kind of hair and that kind of texturing and an aspect of it.
Is that applying to animation specifically? Because I'm trying to remember,
Yeah,
like,
a lot of
live
animation.
action. Because live action, I've seen plenty of hairstyles in that same vein.
Yeah, no,
But yeah, with animation, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah, but in a bit in live action because you're getting people with more like, not like a lot of like people don't have like straighten their hair. Like a lot of black actresses will straighten their hair, for example, when it comes to certain roles. Like, you know, like I think like Candice Paddens, who played Iris in The Flash, like has straight hair when she plays Iris, but I'm pretty sure her hair is more naturally curly, which we get to see in like one episode of The Flash. So I think it's one of those things where it's the actress naturally just straightens her hair for the role, or like they have the character be portray themselves like that. I think, for what I know, I don't know. I don't really know too much about it, but that's what I generally know about the kind of discussion around that kind of like discussion.
I'm just looking it up now. Yeah, she definitely has very it has like wavy hair at the bottom, but other than that, for the character, and then the actual because I didn't actually hear what the last name was.
Candice Pattinson.
Oh, Patton. Yes. Okay, here we go. Let's see. And in real life, okay, some of these images he seems to have straightened out for like but some of them not so much. Maybe just kind of roll with that and it just end up unfortunately coinciding. I'll say there's not other examples, but yeah, maybe not this one particularly. Anyway,
yeah, they're
not the right example, but a real conversation.
Yeah,
there's definitely not an attack in this case.
Yeah, I don't think he should be Luna May should be attacked over it, but it is a discussion that people do have nowadays, and that's become more popular to specifically have around it. Especially
I already have to edit most of these hairs myself. Please give me a break, Looney. As a reminder, this video.
There you go. That's the proof of like why the hair is constantly undulating. Which I feel like even if you didn't edit their hair, that you just would want to do that anyway if you wanted to have the undulations, or is that just an extra flair because you had to go through the effort? Maybe.
It was all just my own opinion. To say I hate all of these things is just an exaggeration. It's more like a general annoyance.
Ah, the old YouTube title. Can understand that.
To end this video on a positive note, here are a few things I love about Gacha Life 2.
Is it going to be custom poses again?
Oh,
Customization.
There we go.
I mean, that's
Looney has really outdone himself here.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what.
Yeah, because that's one of the only things that exist. Again, we've made that joke already. Moving on.
Comes of all these new adjustment and pose options. Hands. I love the new hands in Gacha Life 2. They're very cute and still match well with the style of the game, even with more realistic anatomy.
Actually, I haven't heard people talk about the hands, actually. That's a very good point. I will say some of them aren't exactly what I would call cute, because some of those, like... But some of the other ones, they do match that description.
Yeah. I mean, some of the hands are nice. I don't know.
It depends on the hands, yeah.
Colors. Despite my complaints about the hex codes, the color customization itself is such a joy. And sliders too? What? Super awesome.
I realized what this AI voice reminds me of now. It reminds me of one of those, like, voice reels from a video game character or something, where you like have the voice actor, like all the lines someone's collected from them. Like, that's the demonstration.
That's all from me. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Right.
Okie dokie.
Well, I'm really tired, so I'm just gonna quickly say what I think about this review all in general.
Yeah.
Oh God! Oh no.
What?
What?
Not the corner video or the top corner.
Oh,
Top
this
left.
corner. Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, this corner. Wait,
It's okay.
wait. An ex-Gacha because old Gacha, but that is amazing. I think actually, Mimi XD did that at one point, but wow, that video already. I want to see that. I'm gonna play that after the stream ends.
Right.
Why?
That's caught my
Alright,
attention.
Alright, in general, we don't hate Looney or anything like that. We don't exactly
We despise Looney! How dare Looney exist? Kidding. That's a joke. I'm kidding.
And-
No, Looney's joking me.
So,
Sorry,
Looney-
Luna May killed me. I'm a
Oh,
ghost
now we
now.
know what happened to all the haters.
Yeah, that is what happened to all the haters. They got murdered by Looney.
All right.
Just
I
wish
wish you luck,
that-
Valentine.
Just wish that he was consistent about the game or whatever. Shouldn't focus on the assets or anything like that, and just develop the game just a bit better. And also with the release days, if he didn't realize it would just take this much work on Gacha Life 2, then he probably should have just hold back the release days and just say when it comes out, I'll let you know when it actually comes out, when everything is fixed and everything like that. So that's my opinions.
He pulled a rosy closey. Like as soon as it was announced how many assets he was trying to add, and he thought he could handle it, I was like, "Oh, this gives me vibes from rosy closey." Thought having the music freaks be fully animated would be easy.
Yeah.
Just like I don't think it's just like that's not how that works. But
I want to know who the animator was who said animation.
who would
was
the
easy.
animator friend be like? Oh, animation's easy. Really? Are you sure you're an actual animator? I'm not an animator, and I know animation's hard.
By the way, KW, actually, remember you said before about like having the button to add a chest or not? There you go. Someone else seems to agree with you. Soulfire Doll here had the same idea.
Oh yeah, like I know that probably like what you said probably won't work 100%, but like just something at least similar to that, to help with giving characters chest stuff or not. I'm very trying to be PG here.
Oh, it's okay. I kind of ruined it by accident.
Yeah.
Listen, I try not to ruin. I'm not good at being PG.
I accidentally swore without meaning to.
Oh no, that happens to me sometimes too. It's like, oopsie doopsie.
It's weird because KW, you don't swear that much off camera anyway. Sometimes.
Well, sometimes she does. Depends.
Yeah,
on
again,
the call.
sometimes, but not often at all. Like compare it to like Ghosty or William or BB. There's a huge difference, but yeah, KW is not that palpable. Anyway.
No, it's only when I'm tired or very crazy. So I'm probably
Wait,
both right
but
now.
you're always crazy, KW.
No, I know.
I'm kidding.
A crazy person would sip for gacha characters. I totally do not do that.
Yeah, I think all the sane people forgot the characters.
Oh, I guess that means I'm
totally
crazy
do
then.
not sip for anime characters either. No.
Ironically, I'm not crazy in that regard because I'm not. I don't actually simp. I haven't simped for any gacha character. I have not actually simped for anyone. I mean, I have simped for who have I? I don't know. Actually, when it comes to my simpage for characters, I'm gonna be honest. I never really simp for certain. Maybe it depends on the kind of lines. Like, God, I was watching a clip from Fellow Travelers, a new show, and God, some of the dialogue during some of the scenes, because it's like a gay romance that takes place through the 50s to the 90s.
Okay.
It's a whole thing, and some of the dialogue between the scenes, just like, oh my God. By
the way,
yeah, I'm not gonna say what the dialogue was, but it just caused me to go get all flustered, what?
That's
God,
fine.
that
If
happens
it's-
when
if
I
it's-
watch videos in general. I just get
If it's
flustered. I'm
dialogue
like,
from
oh
the
my God.
50s, it might not be the most appropriate anyway. It depends.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it was more like steamy dialogue
I see. Okay,
in
fair enough
secret
then.
because
Speaking of okay, so speaking of gay romances and and simping for characters, I actually like had an idea a while ago. You know the videos that that Emi Richu used to do, the ones of like childhood anime crushes and such. And then like the variation between like, oh yes, let's do one video on boy crushes, I want a video on girl crushes, and we'll mix them up together and etc. etc. Ones we forgot. Never got around to doing anything about any ones from like gay crushes. So I thought, hey, why don't I just invite some gay people to talk about like their childhood crushes at some point. So I want to make that video someday.
I mean, you could
It
make
won't be
that a
drawn-
stream one day.
It won't be drawn out, but it will be something.
Okay, this person with a really long username is so correct. Gacha Life 2 needed more time.
Okay, yeah.
That one. That I do agree.
I agree with this
That
one. He's on
deserves a
changing
like.
the colors. That's why if you like click on the actual slider, and it will say the most recent colors, you can go back to it just in case the slider as a misclick or something. Anyways, last but not least, we actually get to Lyrics in the Sky was commenting on before. By the way, Lyrics in the Sky on the normal Gacha reviews, I tend to download the videos in question, and so I can see the chats as it's like happening in real time, so I don't have to like go back and constantly like check on comments. Should you decide to stick around, because obviously that's up to you. I'm not going to force you.
Wait, I thought we kidnapped people. God.
What?
Are we not going to reveal that part of the deal?
You're not supposed to do that before it happens.
All right.
No,
spoilers,
pay
Aiden.
no attention to the spoiler I just said.
Yeah, remember what happened the last time, Aiden, when you said that?
Yeah, I don't like it when people escape. God.
It's your
And
fault.
this is why we cast Aiden as Felix and the Mutant Girl.
Oh my God.
All right. I can imagine how glitchy Gacha Life 2 is on BlueStacks. It hasn't been that bad for me so far. Like every now and then I've got like the odd crash over the few weeks, but honestly I can probably only maximum 4 crashes in the time I've been using it. So that might be my computer processing as well.
That's why I believe they pushed the release date early so people don't play the chibi anime. I cannot pronounce that word. I'm sorry.
Chibimation.
Chibimation.
There's definitely natural hairstyles. Yeah, again, people natural hairstyles, just not many. I've heard people say that they are black hairstyles when they're just curly hairstyles. There used to be a lot. It singles out a lot of us people with curly or coily hair that aren't black out. There's all sorts of curly hairstyles, and curly hair isn't more natural than straight hair, or less as well. But yeah. In this case, for the Valentine video, the more natural part sticks out. Yeah.
Mandy is a dark skinned character who doesn't have like curly hair. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Well, okay, yeah. So's Empress, so's Pop.
Okay.
And Kylie, yeah. Kylie as well.
It's not that like I don't. It's not that like I don't like curly hair characters. I think it's just more of like I like.
I mean, there's not really there's also not many curly hair options as a whole in the game.
There's also the flip side of that argument that they're not every black person actually has curly hair, and therefore sometimes it is just naturally straight.
Yeah.
You know what I would like? I would like just some more curly hair in general upon characters, because I think curly hair is amazing. Just like short hair. Look, okay, short hair is nice. Curly hair is nice. I don't get to use it that often, though. I just like using it on characters because it's cool. It's cool.
Okay. Also, Puff hairstyles are coily, not curly, which I guess is just like yeah, you got to say it with a Brooklyn accent. It's coily.
I'm walking here.
Oh
my God, Toiba.
My mom will say I will have a busted accent for no reason just because I say pepper a different way.
What do you say? How do you say pepper?
Like
Peppa.
that, I presume. Oh,
Peppa.
Peppa Pig?
Hey! Aiden, that's how they're in danger moments.
Exactly.
Well, it's been 3 hours, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed.
I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you watch some Cocomelon while you're gone. I don't know.
Awesome.
Tokaboka. You know what? The other day I screamed Cocomelon because I was rewatching Supernatural season 4, and like we were watching like a blood scene where like someone bit into a piece of candy, but then they open their mouth and it's like, oh,
Oh
there's
no,
razor
I
blades.
forgot episode. No.
I'm not gonna go much into it, but yeah, so that was a horrific scene to watch, and I literally looked away screaming Cocomelon for some reason because I freaked out. I don't know, my brain just jumped to screaming some random word. I was thinking Cocomelon, and then yeah, it stopped.
Anyways, leave a like or a dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe to us if you haven't already. And until next time, farewell.
Oh, I had more comments, but that's fine. You outro for me, so.